No, nice. Here we go. Ah! Hello. Dobrý. To je Steve.
Ach jo.
Pojď do města, tě.
Už běžím.
Lať. Co?
Už běžím.
Proč mi dáváš invady? To mi dáváš invady na můj server. Bude tak.
Takže.
Okay.
Já už tam jsem.
Já vím, ty jsi taky poslal.
Aha, tak jo. Jo, protože jsem to poslala na Discord.
Co?
Proč mám?
Jako. A Honzo, ne, proč bych si to
Proč jsi
stahoval?
nevidím?
Prostě, já si to nestáhnu, fuj, co to je? Aha, tak jo, to někdy já si to nestáhnu, protože jsem nevím. No, co je no, average. Overwatch 2 player. Co se stalo, ale proč se někdo, proč se najednou je Overwatch 2?
Já nevím.
Co se
Ale
tam
mám ho.
stalo? Je tam něco novýho?
Podle mě ne.
Já tam vidím jenom jednu postavu.
No oni jako odebrali ještě.
No, takový ten McQueen, ne?
Já nevím.
Ten týpek, který
Zeptej Honzi.
něco, že něco, jak se přejmenoval.
Někdy úplně extrémně OP týpek.
Co? To se jmenoval, ale... Jo, 7 nových type, nových defaultů.
Ty jo. Jo, jakože v Minecraftu.
No. Mají zajímavý jména.
Mají se... Jak se jmenujou?
Ne, no, ono to
Jo.
bylo, já jsem někde nějak jako v Africe.
Já tě slyším dvakrát.
Já! Já jsem jí vypnul. Skoč dolů.
Dobrý.
Do mý base.
Kde seš? Tak jo, teď hodně funguje.
No tady.
Mlaď do mě, ty.
Tady mám villagery.
Jasný.
Proč máš uši? Jo, ty mi můžeš vidět, jo? Počkej.
Já mám i brejle, koukej.
Počkej, jak jsem koukal.
Koukej.
Aha.
Mě se takhle rozbije, teda potřebuji jít do endu. Proč tady máš takovou tmu, teď se spavnou víc a umřeš.
No, mám full bright.
No, stejně si
já
tě
jsem na
spavnou
Mushroom
zombíty.
Islandu taky.
Jo, tak vlastně si tě nespavnou.
No, je maximálně jenom dole, ale oni nevyšplhou. Takhle jsem dostal ty
Tak
4
ne.
zombíky. Jednoho jsem získal tamhle přesně jeden, ale to jsme nechci teďka.
Tak já doufám, že to budu krást.
Co? Jo.
Já jsem ti ukradla tolik věcí z toho minulýho domu, že...
Nevím, můžeš brát ty melony, dýně, jestli daruje chceš. Mám jich...
Dýně, kde máš dýně?
No, mám jich pár. Mám jich i v shulker boxech.
Melon, pumpkin. Beru dýně.
Ale počkej, tady jsou víc. Jo, tady. Když se podíváš do těch hoprů. Já jich mám milion.
Ne,
Jestli chceš sugarcane, tak pár.
jo, v pohodě, to mám docela dost.
Jo. No to tady úplně hustě je vymyšlený, hele, koukej. Ono normálně, Honza to musí dělat ručně, ale musí ty villager prostě přesouvat tím vozíkem někam k tomu zombíkovi. Já prostě zmačknu páčku, ono se přemění ten týpek.
Řekni něco.
Ah! Nevíš, proč se mi nechcou restocknout? Ne. No se mi nechcou restocknout to, villager. A jenom ty, makes mi se to, restocknout. No. Ne, tak ne. Tak je. Ani nikdy se restocknout, nevím proč. Oh. Aha.
Já, tady ten cáp, proč tam jsou dva?
To je villager breeder tady. Tam prostě letí ty villager.
Aha. Tak jo.
A je tam jenom posouvám, aby se dostali do toho normálně. No se nezasekne. Běž, běž.
Počkej, ty jsi mi tam teď něco dával na ping, ne? Tak kde vidím ping?
Jo, minihub? Myslím, hej. HC, když napíš, když mačkneš,
Počkej, co?
to nevidí. Jo, proč to na Discordu?
Ne.
Streamuju.
Děkuju, a to mačkáš?
Info?
Úplně na začátku.
Tyhle dvě mačkni.
Plus co? Mně se zapne chat, ale v tom Essentialist. Já jsem si to předělal na
No.
nějaký počkej. Ne, to bylo něco jiného. To není ono.
Už tam vidíš je to, light level. Ale to je v generic. To je... Jo. No, light level. Tam je... To je renders. Jo, to jsou renders. Okay. Light. Když si dáš overall light level, já to mám na tady tom tlačítku, tak vidíš ty light level.
Já nikdy nevidím toho cápka, říkáš. Kde to je? Tady to nikde není. Jako plus co? Když náčil lice, tak ho zmáčne chat.
Tak si to předělej.
Nevím. Ale já to tam ani nevidím, já nevím,
máš
co tam vůbec
mod
je.
menu? Ty nemáš mod menu.
Počkej. Nevím.
Ono by bylo jednodušší, kdybych měl mod menu, moment.
Minut.
Mod menu, a to potom můžeš prostě zmačknout mody a najít minihub. dáváš settings. Tady má nice. Tady to.
U mě se nejde zapnout, super.
Jo, ten má to. Piercing. Já nevím, co mi dá. Unbreaking Kitten. Hele! Prosím. Wait a minute. No? Ty to můžeš koupit? Jo. No,
No.
nemusíš to.
Fire Pro.
No,
Cože?
koupit. To on na Elektře jenom, tak říkám. To jde koupit, ono to je za netherite, ale no to je jako, že to je jako odstranit toho vyhodí, ne? Takže to je docela jako to. To si můžu prostě nakoupit 50 kusů netherite. Ale proč ne, no?
Tak jo, moc. Takže. Malý
Já si
lib.
enchantnout nějaký dřevo.
Dobře, takže.
Co?
Teď. Už mám mod medu.
Mhm.
Mhm. Ale ticho.
Ok. Tak ono... Dobře. Dobře.
Tak jo.
Jo.
A teď? Mod. A teď co s tím mám dělat?
Mody najdeš... Mini hack.
Aha.
To je tady tenhle konfigure.
No, to mám.
No, takhle to vypadá.
Dobře.
A je to takový F3, takže infoline. A tam si naklikáš všechno. A ono se to tam objeví, koukej, třeba tady. Tamhle vidíš někde v tam pozadí, vidíš, že něco tam mění.
Já pořád nevím, jak se to otvírá.
Co?
To nemám keybind na to.
Tak si to... Moment.
On tu není vůbec.
What?
Tak to není nikde.
Tak... Běž do těch modů.
Mod? Ano, tady to je.
No a najdi minihack a tam konfigure.
Ano, minihad.
A konfigure. A to je... Pravo nahoře.
Kde máš konfet? Nikdy ne... Jo, ježiš.
Tady.
A ty tímhle si mi otevírá chat na ten blbej Essentials.
Minihack to tady vidíš konfigure?
Ach jo. Nevím, co
No,
to
no, máš to, no, dobrý. A
6.
najdi infolines a pozapínej si všechno. Ne všechno.
Dobrý, a teď když
Můžeš
máš
si to
6.
zmenšit,
Aha, tak
kdyby to
ne.
bylo moc velký.
Moc. Teď
Jo.
co? Generic.
Jo, tady. Infoline,
Tak jo, super, už to mám. Shapes.
Tady se to zmenšuje. No i ještě. Nenechám třeba teda. Abych mohl jestli nahrnu na Fireproof. Ne, jako na Fireproof, ale Fire Resistance. Jak tam neschořel. Náhodou. Regenerate. Kde? Tak asi nemám možná. Tak nic, ne. Já mám 20 zlata tady? No, už mám 1500 ping, já to ne.
Aha,
A 1500 ping.
kde máš ping?
Napíšeš ping?
Ježiš. Dvacet šest máš. Máš tak obrovský.
Dobré. Co nejvíc stoupilo, co potřeboval?
Jde asi stavět cestu, lol.
Já to... Já bych mohl pokračovat tý farmě.
Nic, to je divný.
Jestli
To by byl. A dobrý už. Mu. Já potřebuji se... Vládě, poslal mi na takovou tu věc, na ty věci, jak můžu potom. No, buddhistické matiky. No.
Ještě 2. Třeba si to zkusíme sem. Schematik. Tady to je.
Teď potřebuji hlavně jako ten schéma.
Jo, vzhledem. Tak to bylo jednoduchý. Takhle. To dej, jak tam je tamto.
Okay. A já potřebuji hlavně ten, jako, ten mod. Přímo.
Ten posílal?
Neposílal. No, neposílal.
Tady.
Děkuju.
Jo. No. Teď mě zachrání. Teď mě nezachránil Pink. Teď můžu udělat flame? Flame 2. Já flame 3. Flame. Flame. Oh, flame! Teď jsem vyplácal 10 XP, nebo levelů. Super. Velmi moudrý. Tohle. Plus tam dát. Tohle. Možná tam dám Infinity. Možná tam dám Infinity teda. Jak se spravuje loot? To je tyčkama, ne?
Dáš na jim mending.
A potom tahat 5 tweetů, ne? Zaplnit si inventář. Jo? Já jsem... No, to na ty... Tak já jsem slepý, ne? Piercing. Crossbow. Crossbow si hodí. Sklo. Fortune. Hm. Vlastně. Asi jsem neměl Infinity teda. Aha. Já můžu mít 20 M krystalů.
Jak se to dělá?
Co?
Okay. Počkej.
Jo? Já to nevím. To mám. Aha, vypadá tady nějaký ocean.
To nejde. Jak se to dává do té hry?
Jaký hry? Do schematik?
Do Minecraftu tam blbej schematik.
Jestli zapni... No tak tam je složka schematik.
Ano, to by došlo.
No.
A teď jako, jak to mám dát, to. Počkej.
No.
Tak čekaj.
Aha, tamhle to je.
A tady, už jsem to našla.
Jo.
Tak jo. Hmm. Uh. Tak.
Hm? Aha.
Uh. Jaká to má být rotace a mirror ne?
Oh, rotace. Ona. Jakože nevím, co je. Dáma. Myslím, že zmizí osobně. Rotation CCV 90.
Takže CV 90,
90.
super.
A žádný mirror. Mirror.
Tak jo, super.
No to je všechno, alo. Alo, mě to rovnou.
A mám to super. Uh, teď. Hmm. Super.
Aha, já už nemám sklo. OK. A proč hraje nějaký random hry, Honza, pokud se zastaralý.
Váděl, ty hrají Fortnite.
Ale to není tak moc zastaralý. To někdo hraje nějakých 10 milionů, tak nějak.
Jenom 10 milionů.
No, tak nějak. Jenom.
Dobře. No, doslova na Steamu jako teď hraje jenom na Steamu prostě do milionu lidí.
Jeden.
Ano, 7.
No. Ono se zase načítá jenom ten... Jsem prostě pod mapou.
No,
No, já jsem v kejvce, no. Můžeme zkusit ten... Single... tam je, no, to dotknu. Až bude Vault Hunters v novembru 1.18.2, tak uděláme sérii.
tak
Super. Kterou budu bych chtěl dokončit? No jakož... No všechny jsou jako exterie. No když se podíváš takhle, tak tam nic není. Jenom nějaká náhodná střecha a tohle. Interiér bude taky zajímavý. Zatím se jako zabírejte tady ty 3 budovy, které jsem tu četl. Všechny budou mít pár
já
pater.
jsem někde úplně na druhé straně a jsem tam cestu.
Takže tady je první patro, třeba jakože v této budově, a potom tady tohle má 4 patra. 5
Tady
pater.
taky.
A tohle má 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 až 5. Možná kdybyste náhodou chtěli 6.
Podle oken,
Aha.
podle oken dělej ty patra, jak to bude ošklivý.
No, teď
Máš 4 okna.
přízemí. 1,
No,
2,
takže
3,
přízemí je
4,
4
5.
patra.
No, 5.
No, jako 4 je přízemí.
No.
Aha.
Super. A ještě tam je taková ta druhá strana.
Tam teď stavím cestu.
Wow.
Tak jo. Tak jo.
Už vím, proč se mi tak seká. Vidíš to? To je jakože spektát. Ale vidíš, proč se to tak seká? Proč má asi 40 fps? No a ono se to tak neseká, ale jakože já musím nějak vypnout tu farmu, já víš, jak upínat farmy, který nemůžeš vypnout.
Spinkej.
Ha?
Spinkej.
Upíkej.
Spinkej!
Tohle tady mám. Oh, wow. Já nevím, ono to nějak nestíhá. No a už mám lepší FPS. Tady to teda. A ono to nějak nestíhá ten Minecraft. Aha, taky, no jasně, že nestíhá, ale to je zase takhle. Oh. Co není to? Okay. Okay, já potřebuji... Počku. No, páčku. Taky půjde. Jestli mi tam zase dáte melon. Mhm. Nice, tak jo. Jak to můžu prodat? Třeba se neupdateovalo, jo, že se to tak říká. Co neupdatujou? Aha. Já bych rád třeba prodal něco, ale já nemůžu. Halo, já jsem kolik už má? Jo, kolik už má tady tenhle? Brambor. Už mám stack poisonous potatoes. Prosím, něco tady? Já bych chtěl i tu smět možná. Já bych chtěl, ale budu mít, ne, já potřebuji rejfarmu trošku. Jo, já potřebuji sklo. Prosím, že mi už konečně prodávají sklo. 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 Yes. Super. Mám tady někdo lekce. Lektem. Možná budu dál. Víš lektem? What the fuck? Tady mohla být ještě nějaký náhodák prostě. Nebo... Tak jo, já to určitě dal do dřeva. No jasně, dobrý. Tak dobře, já jdu zase vyřešit ten zombie problém. Dělej, teďka tady. Vedle. Oh. Oh no. No. Teď. Ne, to vylez, tady. Dobrý, easy. Ne, ty, vylez, ne, přestaň, choď do té díry, choď do díry. Choď do té díry. No, dobrý. Teď nemůžu utéct, myslím si, doufám si. Běž do té díry. Lez tam. Jo, tady. Počkat. Co? Co? Jo, on musí... Ne, běž tam. Počkej, nemůže... Počkej. Dobrý. Asi doufám. Teď by neměl se jen tak jít do téhle tomu týpkovi, takže... No dobrý, už jsem si myslel, že bude retardovaný a teleportuje se k tomu zombíku. Oh. Jo, jako se tady tohle tohle. Jo, teďka potřebuji tady. Vyřešit tady to. Bych potřeboval možná dveře. Oh. Tak easy. Já tam je páčka. Co ještě chci říct? Já mi to tady... Já tam potřebuji sochy. Oh no. Týpek prodává papír, jo! Konečně využiju ten náhodný sugarcane. Jej. Ale bude prodávat sklo. Počkat. No nějaký pink. No, když na to začne narastat, do toho sugarcane.
Ne, došel mi mad.
Co?
Došel mi mad.
Co? Mluv. Pik. Kde to je? Oh. No. Pár, když tady potřeba, je týpka... já vím. No, tak pojede týpek. Prosím. Oh! No, ale jak něco, to bude to stejné. Můžu prodat papír? No ne. What my money? Silk touch? No. Oh, já už nemáme rádi. Okay. Lanterny. Knihy a... Drobnou. To ten na týpek.
A viděl jsi Adventure Time? Tak jo. Celý?
Ale, no, to je ten mob.
Celý.
Ale,
Cože? Jo. Celých 10 sérií a pak ještě jedna série navíc.
No.
No.
Co tenhle týpek? A já můžu ještě někoho prodat. Já jsem debil.
Nechci zahrát dropper na Hypixelu.
Ty vole, já jsem teďka zabil, ty jsem nechal zabít typkovou obsad. Ty nejsi hrát si dropa na Hypixelu.
A on je tam novej teď.
Kam už mi to tam patří? Počka, první týpek už je jsem a 600. Aha, no taky může. Oh, okay, já mu vyměním meč. Protože on mi zabíjí ty villagery. Já mu to vybijem zase koru, když jsem to nevezme, tak to zabiju do biblioteky, protože já nebudu ztrácet nějaký random vesničany, ty ale. Takže mám vždycky to, ten zombie prostě to. Ale zase jsem nepovedl. No, takže on prostě má a potom villager, když děláš nějaký ten villager trading hall, tak nedávej zombíkovi far aspect match. Hodně to doporučuju. Zrovna týpek, no. No tak já aspoň ležím, no. Asi nedošáhne. Okay, tím pár musím další villagerů tam hodit. Tak no, já nejdřív udělám všechny ty villagery a potom jenom tady si všechny nemůžeš nějak rozbít Hopper a Minecraft. Oh, oh, například. Co máš? Anyway. No, já bych měla prostě to zavřít tím, abych nemusel je potom dávat, abych nemusel potom utratit všechny ty villagery. Okay, tlastám. Tady na pohneme. Skoro. Já potřebuji jenom jeden redstone dát. No ne, tak jo. A to mi prodáváš. Jo, to tam.
Odd.
Nedošel.
Já vím, ale předtím Finland.
Musel jsem se dělat za 10 hodin. Nebo já nevím, kolik už jsem tak těžil ten mod. Třeba 3 hodiny a potom se mi to video
Ale víš, co mi došlo? Bazal.
Moment, cože? No, určitě ne, já vlastně to musím nasytit. No to natívíš, máš hajs.
Ne, to ne, ale jako v inventáři došlo. Došel bazalt.
No asi tam nebude, jakože ten bazalt. předpokládám.
Ach, já se mi nechce.
Ne? Zalez!
Já máš někde tady bazál.
Jak je můžu zapálit? Já je potřebuji. Dobrý, já ho zapálím. Kde mám zaplovat? Já ho zapálím, to je dobrý. Jo, já potřebuji nějakou pomoc. Můžeš zabít tady toho village, já potřebuji na experiment. Jestli se mi jakože změní ty trady.
Nemůžu, ničím Deep Slate.
Tak já ho zapálím. Umřej! Jdeš? Zemřej! No, konečně. To trvalo. Ale zase musím najít. Můžu chleba? Můžu chleba. 18. Okay. Máme ještě nějaký chleba? 2. Jo, dobrý, mám nějaký. Jo, dobrý, mám nějaký chleba ještě. No, oni se spíhá. Okay. Okay. Jo, mám tam vlastně ten jeden villager. Jestli se mi chce jako... Jo, tady je. Tady je pořád klerik, tak na to kašlu a tam nechám. No, co se děje s tím Minecraftem? Už to funguje? Nefunguje ten Minecraft? Nebo co se děje? Počkej, já potřebuji... A on tam není žádný investment. Tak já bych potřeboval asi nějaký ten indikátor. Oh je, no ne, tak nic. Možná nějaký ten indikátor, že to prostě právný. Ne, prostě já prostě nějaký ten reflex, kde tam pořád dává nějaký ten... Jak se tam něco dáme? No, jak tam dává? Jo, to ne, teď. No. Okay. Ale já potřebuji, aby prostě, když... Ale já nechci, aby to prostě bylo... Oh no, já jsem dal další obě. Ne, dobrý, co jsme se. Tím pádem... Ne, ono to ne to, dobrý, ono to... No to jenom... Mělo by to mělo... Ok, tím pádem potřebuji piston. Protože já nechci podám například na shelter loader. Budu stát si melony.
We got a
No, no, no.
I'm turning that off. You could do full 90 degrees. Like you could do a full 90-degree tilt. All right, we got to go complete a ritual. It says dance on an alteration altar to get the Howler claws. Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's go. We just got to dance somewhere here. Oh, someone already got it? All right, let's go to the second location. How will you know if someone got it? It's probably like lit up and now it's not lit up. That's not how they go about things. Oh, legendary. Okay. But I will RPG this guy in the face. Wait, he brought me one. Howler claws. What the? Yo! Yo, when I have these, I have a mask on me. Hold up. Hold up. I gotta hide. Slash, dash, and howl to mark nearby enemies. How do I howl? Okay, so that apparently marks nearby enemies, and then it's kind of like got a Wolverine vibe to it. But you can also dash up with this thing. You get some insane movement with this. Yo, wait, this is kind of dope. Oh, that's really cool. Hold up. Bro, where's he going? Man is... Okay, you can easily get headshot sniped after doing that crap right there. Bro, have RPGs existed in Zero Build? I just realized I don't think they've existed in Zero Build before. Because I'm playing like extra scared right now with these RPGs. Oh, this is it's gonna be kind of rough facing RPG. Like, you're just minding your own business and you just hear an RPG coming at you. Is there a way to cancel the animation of that? Because like, you just got to do it from a safe distance, I guess, because this thing, the Anvil launcher was in Zero Build, but that's way different. That's not the same. But guys, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The Mythic SMG, it's just a Mythic Silent SMG. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not too hype about it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm actually gonna throw a bubble on the bush guy. Shockwave to the bubble. And then I'm gonna shockwave up in the air. RPG the bush guy. He's not in there. He's not in there.
Y'all got a permit for this?
Okay.
Of course we do, darling. Megan picked it up earlier today. Did you get the permit? Did you get the permit? Megan, did you? We're opening a lemon.
Okay. What the? Ah! proč to na to? To se nechtějí respektnout. No, to by bylo rád, jak to respektují. Já jdu tam tu raid farmu teda, nevím. Mají tam ty... No ne, tak. Papír. 36? 19? Power 1, moment. Vezmeme. Power 5, tak nebudu. Oh. Okay. Proč? Other Twitter. What the fuck? No way. Bruh. Bruh. Okay. Silk touch. Masko, nemasko. Taky. Přímo Sparklu. A. Já si dám. Yes. Klo. Já jsem se loknul, dobrý. Tady to. Já funguje, no to. Oh.
He was, and now he's not. Oh, that guy just got fried. The other guy just got fried too. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad of a gun. It's not too bad. I need to deal with this guy though. He's got an NPC and everything. Don't go into the porta potty. I gotta go in. I wanted to kill him with the claws. I couldn't risk it. Guys, what do you think about Fortnitemares? Go do your quest, get your free skins, and use code CypherPK.
We got a crazy update. We've got hills, new galleries, a whole new channel system, and an insane new AI to
Oh. Fireproof.
Just tell us your story, okay? Start.
Oh. So you're really getting that like. Oh! Oh my. Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where today we are back on the couch with a huge announcement. The FNAF movie may or may not be getting made. As of Twitter this morning, late last night, there was a big announcement that the FNAF, they're like, hey, the FNAF movie, it still exists, and it's starting to film in February of 2023, and we got a director now. Which, on one hand, the internet collectively rejoiced, and my Twitter feed just blew up with, Five Nights at Freddy's trending, but also people being like, MatPat, be in the movie, guest star MatPat, whatever. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. I think I would make a good unhinged serial killer, because I think that's what I am deep down inside. And I just study all this stuff to cover my tracks. Please don't use that against me at any point in the future. If you've watched the FNAF Random Encounters musicals, you know what I'm talking about. Or honestly the Markiplier stuff too. I tend to play unhinged characters who lose it and lose it big. In terms of
Já jsem daleko.
Bleh, bleh.
Já jsem
Tak
odepad,
běž zpátky.
Ty jsi tam vrátil.
Tak jsem polož postel.
Potom. Okay. To je den už, ne? 80 sekund. No. Shit. Já jsem si potřeboval dokopat. No. Sorry, už jsem si myslel, že jste se zasekli. A tu jedinou věc, co potřebuji, jsem si nevzal. Tak tady mám všechny ty věci, jo. No, proč nejde? No. Jak ti přistát na ten... Jo, skoro.
Of, you know, just like going off the handle. And I feel like because so much of my life is like I am good and in this box, being able to like let loose and unhinge is always really satisfying for me. So playing, you know, deranged serial killers seems like right up my alley. It's great. So anyway, but yeah, so the FNAF movie is a thing. So on one hand, everyone's like, woo, the FNAF movie's a thing. On the other hand, I think it's kind of funny because I feel like this whole time there's been this assumption that the FNAF movie was happening or had been filmed or was in the process of being filmed. Like they're like, or had a director. It's like had a director 3 or 4 separate times, it feels like. And so when they're like, and we got ourselves a director, it's like, okay. Also weird that they started the animatronics before having a director. Maybe the order of events of this whole sequence seems strange to me. Where they're like, oh yeah, it's definitely happening. It's definitely happening. You know, and Scott's like, here's all these scripts from like a couple years ago, and you know, Jason Blum over on Twitter, head of Blumhouse Productions, who is in control of the FNAF movie at this point. You know, what was it, like a month or 2 ago, tweeted out like the animatronics being worked on and this and that. And so I thought like it's been worked on but without a director involved. I don't know. Here's the thing. Traditional production, Hollywood production, whatever, like do your stuff. Just, I'm like, the announcement is like, cool, okay, but like, you know, it's like 5 years too late, friendos, at this point. And we have a theory coming out about this. I think I have to decide what my next FNAF theory is because there's 2 coming out of the most recent book. I might fuse them into one. I don't know, but the long and short of it is basically that where the series is now, here in the year 2022, all the old lore of the games has largely been thrown out. And this is canonical. Or at least if you look at the series of... it's canonical through the lens of both the books and the games, where in FNAF VR there's this whole plot line about like there's, you know, FNAF VR was made, or all those old games were made by a rogue indie developer, you know, inspired by the events of the rumors of Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever, and of serial killings that happened at the pizzeria. And so that rogue indie developer, and then disclaiming like the first 4 games and like the lore that was contained in there, it falls into this questionable canonicity of like, well, it's kind of real, but also kind of not. There were real events, but maybe not. Like, at this point in the books, they fully acknowledge that. And so, in a lot of ways, if there was ever a question about what things were true and false in the timeline before, there's even more so now, because not even the games are accurate depictions of what happened. And so the TLDR of all of this, and I'll explain it better in the theory, I hope, but like where my head's at right now is like, yeah, they just took like the first 4 games and yeeted them out the window. And they're like, you know what, those 4 games, they might be canon, they might not be canon, but anyway, woo, throw them away. And so now we get ourselves a movie that's like, hey, remember those things? Those were canon at one point. Let's do the story about those. It's like, well, you know, missed the boat on that one. Unless there is an appearance of Fazgoo, you are like 7 years too late, friendos. So long story short, I'm excited about it. I'm interested to see what happens with it. At the very least, I would hope that Blumhouse would allow or like reach out to, you know, the Dawkos and us and Markipliers and stuff of the world. Not necessarily to be in the movie. Like, it would be cool if they were, and if we could have a cameo as like a dead guy in background or whatever. But more so just to like watch the process. Like, I'd love to like just watch a day of filming. Like, I think that would be fun. Because I've done a lot of shoots at this point. I've been on a lot of sets. I've been on a lot of productions. You know, being in a Mr. Beast video is literally being in like one of the biggest productions you will ever see. It's always really exciting and really cool. But it's also one of those things where to see like an actual, I don't think I've actually seen a full-on movie. I've done Markiplier's, you know, original series, which are really awesome, but also different than a movie. You have like I said, the Mr. Beast stuff, which is, I mean, huge scale, but also a very different value proposition than like, you know, an actual movie. Probably the closest I've gotten is like YouTube originals stuff. You know, and some of the more scripted stuff that they've done. So that would be cool. I don't know, we'll see. But now that there's a director announced, and now that they're filming in February 2023, it'll be interesting to see if there is any sort of like give and take with the creator community. So fingers crossed. Anyway, in the meantime, who needs a FNAF movie? Because we've got ourselves the Baddington VHS tapes. We reacted to these a week or two ago, and we got like halfway through the series. And again, as a reminder, I've never seen these before, but basically, Baddington, amazing creator, has given life to all these like old found footage VHS tapes of the Fazbear characters, and they're horrific. They're terrifying. The level of detail found in them is incredible. And so we're gonna hopefully finish watching them today. I think we have the time to do that. So that's the plan. That's it. Long story short. Real quick, as we kick things off here, you'll see that I'm sporting some of our merch from earlier this year. We're clearing out the shelves right now, so there's some good deals really happening over the next couple weeks. So keep an eye out for Creator Inc. Link is in the description below. But like, for instance, this jacket, this like little quilted jacket, I think if you're doing it on the right time, it's on sale for like $40. And it's usually like 70 or 80. So like there's some really big savings that are going on as we just kind of like clear out some of the older stock, make way for some of the new stuff that's coming in for Christmas.
Já jsem mi těšil Shulkerbox, on ti spadl do inventáře.
A mě mi stejně. Máš polished věc?
Co se dělá? Ty to můžeš jít v tom...
Já nevím, z čeho to je, jak se to jmenuje?
Polish
Deep Slate, dobře. Jdeme Deep Slate. Tady? Jo, tady. Polished. Ne, tady je ono.
Dobře. Prostě to nevadí. Ah, to můžeme. No? Já jsem se dostal. No, tady já. Master, tím pádem tam. Jo, tyčky. Prodává nějaké veleže tyčky, nebo nějaké bole, ne, no, možná bych mohl udělat witch farmu. Možná bych mohl udělat witch farmu. Já mám možná witch farmu, to je nějaký takový. Tady? Oh, nice.
Kde máš bazalt? Jo, vlastně ten tady není.
Oh. Škoda, že tam je Curse of Binding. Okay, takže mám docela dobrý toho. Co? Ah. What? Tak to dáme po česky. Marka, Bram, Bora. No dobré to.
Stavím cestu.
Jo.
Na druhý ne, tak ne.
Aha.
Já nevím.
Najdu.
Moje souřadnice jsou minus 7000, minus 1850.
Jo.
No.
Okay.
Tak jo. To skoro máš.
To nejes! To nejes!
Jsem to stědla.
To máme tak něco.
No jo.
Tak já udělám další, no. tak můžeš to dát tomu, který ti to dal.
Jo. A komu jinému to mám dát?
Honzovi, ten tady hraje.
No
Je
ještě.
správně. Aha. No, stejně to na to rychle. A vlastně... Proč mám 26 FPS? Já vlastně to nechci, já mám to vybrosný. Tak já jdu najít další bránu. Našel jsem brambory. The fuck?
Tak jo. Tak jo.
Co to je? Ajde. Tu hodně kopru. Okay. Zajímavý. Teďka plavu.
Můžeš spát? Ah!
Mhm.
Ah! Ah!
Dobře. Oh. Tady už je Deep Ocean. Tady je Deep Ocean, tady bych... Teď já jsem chtěl. Teď jo. No teď jo. Já to dám do inventáře. Já musím tlačit nějaký. Aha, nemůžu říct. Já potřebuji vlastně. Jo, vlastně já můžu sem. Okay. Hmm. Bylo to plný.
And your cat is eating your breakfast, then that's not a cat anymore. That's your landlord? Yo, text your mom this and click the link in the bio and stream my ABC song for a follow back. Let's get it. And put I love crazy cats in the comment section. Rumors.
Aha. Aha, to bude zajímavý. Nevím jak konektnu tady tu, no jak to vyřešit, to je jednoduchý, no jakože. Okay. Tím pádem, joj. Okay.
Average, how expensive are they? This is a very expensive hobby. How much?
I got mine initially for like 1,200.
I think I paid like 4,000 for.
So now's a great time to pick, like, I think this shirt's available. I think some of this stuff is. So go check it out if you're interested. I mean, I love this stuff. You know, it's really high quality and it's a great deal right now. So go check that one out. And without any further ado, you mentioned something that I should check out, Ash, at the end, because I noticed a lot of comments were calling it out. Remind me what it was again?
Yes, so we might have a Spring Bonnie appearance. Or a little
sighting,
a little
alert, woo, woo,
a little spring trap moment. So
he always comes back.
He do be always coming back.
He do be always.
So I pulled up here around this moment in sound response check.
Okay.
And you'll see that when Chica fully opens the stall door,
yeah, you
can see little golden ears peeking up over.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, here. So it's like right around here.
Mhm.
You're scaring me.
Oh yeah! Oh weird. Yeah, there they are, little golden bunny ears. Huh. So are people saying that that's Spring Bonnie, like that's Afton?
Yeah, like it might be him, but you know, this might change Chica's motivations during the scene.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that does change it a lot, because it goes from, I mean, Chica just being like not random, but like animatronic on the loose, going to get children, you know, which possessed spirit on the rampage kind of thing, to she's working with Spring Bonnie. That's weird. Like, because you always, I mean, for me personally, as I think way too much about this, way too often in my day-to-day life, no exaggeration. Like, when I think about Spring Bonnie and the haunted animatronics, right? Like, I think of them as, like, diametrically opposed forces, right? At no point are they really teaming up to accomplish the same goal. Even if you read the books, again, the books, oh my gosh, the books. When you read the books, there is, you know, the animatronics, the haunted ones, are, like Chica and Bonnie and that original group, they're depicted as chaotic, you know, like chaotic neutral almost. Like they're doing harm, right? Because they're attacking things and like kind of making a general mess. But they're this kind of like chaotic force that aren't really good. They're not really evil. They're just like confused spirits who are like lashing out, right? They're full of all this kind of like rage and agony and this and that. And they're just kind of lashing out at the world around them. Whereas Afton, right, is just like a force for evil. He, in later books and kind of in later narratives, he's actively trying to harness the power of the souls to create animatronics that do his bidding, you know, and that's where like the fun times kind of get involved at that point. And in the books, you see him actively like doing experiments with Remnant to create things that he can then control and do. But to see like a possessed animatronic with Springbot, yeah, I'm circling in. That's it. It's playtime. I feel like I need like the game day. So if this Chica over here is collectively fusing forces with this Spring Bonnie over here, they're gonna charge forward and they're gonna broach the stall. It's my knowledge of sports commentary. Right
Do you
there.
think the stall door is the line of scrimmage?
Oh, that's the end zone right there.
The end zone.
That's the red zone. They're in the red zone.
Oh, they
At this
are.
point, you better be making a touchdown or kicking a field goal, because there ain't no more first downs available.
Could do
some sports theory. But hey, that's just the sport. Touchdown! That's it. You know, it's funny. Our audience and our demographic is so far removed from sport. I've wanted to do sports theory forever. That was actually one of the early ones that I wanted to do. And in all of the speculation about what the final part of the wheel is or whatever for the theory channels is, I don't think I've ever seen anyone guess sports theory. Even though to me that seems like a slam dunk. Like, oh, sports science? Pfft, real world research about sports and physics and mechanics and, you know, there's so many sports conspiracy. Like, sports theory is a slam dunk, pun fully intended. I think it's great. The problem is getting footage or talking about teams in any sort of way. We had talked to the leagues and all the like necessary rights holders to try and like make that sort of thing happen. No. They're like, oh, you could do it, but we will own everything that you touch. And they're like, that doesn't work. 'Cause, you know, it takes a lot of work to do this stuff. Or we could just not show anything on screen and just like talk. Hey, so that play in that game from 1993, that was a good one. Imagine, if you will, the following. But yeah, sports theory. That's always one that I wanted to do. But similar to music theory, just never really worked. Cool. All right. Good call out, guys. I can't believe I missed that, but I was also pretty obsessed with the giant attacking chicken laughing maniacally in my direction. So here we go. So Chica, the small girl, screams, glitches out her hearing. She has to be fixed, but we know at the end that the mask, she gets unmasked. Similar to Dream.
face reveal.
Chica face reveal over here. Chica unmasked. Here we go. Right? Eat your heart out. Should I reveal my face? Should I reveal my face? Whoa! There it is. So that's the face reveal that broke the internet. Face reveals all over the place. So exciting. Masks coming off left, right, and center here in the YouTube community. Let's hop over to Give a Life now. This is where we left things off. Here's new stuff. So I would assume Puppet, who, in the hands of a creator like Baddington, is going to be horrific. And is great. Oh, wow. You don't say. Ooh. Oh! So you're really getting that, like... Oh! Oh my... Ooh! That was effective. That's good. Again, it's simple, but just the pace, man. So cool. Because it's so slow. You don't expect that huge ramp up at the end. And it's... Oh, and he runs at me. Oh, that's cool. That he like pops out. The motion of this is wild. Woo! Spaghetti arms! Don't mind me, I'm just Mr. Spaghetti Arms. Ahoy! And it's literally like 3 frames, but man, that is effective. Real quick, I do. This is always kind of how I've envisioned the puppet. Like the idea of a security puppet who runs around first off, who is this thing protect? Like, what are you doing, Fazbear Entertainment? Like, what world are you living in where this is the security device that runs around your like family fun time pizzeria? Because on one hand, it's like, what's this small little like stick figure gonna do if I'm creating a ruckus in your pizzeria restaurants? Like, what are you gonna do, stick figure character? On the other hand, though, if he looks this intimidating and scary, then it's like, what child is ever gonna want to come here because I'm being stared at by like the Scream mask the entire time, or like this is like ripped out of Poltergeist? So which is it, Fazbear? Because neither option is working here for me. Yeah, would you do crime? Ash, I know you regularly do crime. Would you do crime in the presence of this thing?
I would crime against that thing.
Ooh, you would commit crime against it.
Yeah.
Ooh, crime against.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is not going to stop me.
It's not going to stop. You're just...
There's no muscle buildup on that thing.
No, spaghetti arms, man.
Nah.
Right?
Break it like a toothpick.
Yeah, just yank it, pull it, swing it around. You make that thing into a jump rope. Yeah, shows what you know, you weirdo puppet thing. Get out of here. No one likes marionettes are so useless to begin with. Because right, it's the marionette. It's not just a puppet. It's specifically a marionette on strings, at least in its early iterations, before it became like super high tech. But like as depicted in FNAF 2, it is a marionette. And marionette, I don't know, we have a marionette. Steph inherited a marionette as a kid, and so we played with it. We tried to play with it with Ollie. The things get tangled up like nobody's business. I mean, unless you are very carefully like winding the coils or like very gently like laying them out to the side. That thing's there's a gust of wind. That thing is useless. Oh no, I'm all twisted up and now my arm's over here. Useless. Absolute garbage. Terrible design, Fazbear Entertainment. But I guess, what am I looking at? You know, who are we talking to at this part in the series anyway? Saying this to the like animatronic murder restaurant. Next up.
Ahoy me mateys!
Wow. Foxy came to play today.
It be your favorite swashbuckling buccaneer, Foxy, the pirate fox.
Sorry. He feels like a slower version of like a modern day YouTuber on Yay, mateys, you are gonna love today's show. Today you are gonna like and you are gonna subscribe. Okay, you don't have to like shout everything in my face. I get it. It's okay. It's gonna be, just chill out a little bit. If I dial it just a little bit back, it's gonna be fine.
When I tell ya.
Also, it's as scripted and organic as a modern day YouTuber too.
Got a grand show for you today in just about 10 minutes. Wait, 10 minutes? That's right, 10 minutes.
Let me check my invisible watch. It's fine. It's so good. There was a comedian, I forget who did this one, where it's like the classic comedian who's like, why do people point at their wrist when they're asking for the time? Because you don't like point at other, like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? Like, bathroom. I need, like, I get it. I understand what a bathroom, I know what the time, can you check this thing on, where's the time right? Where's the bathroom right now? That's what I need.
10 minutes? Why, we better gather our gear before time runs out.
Oh, and I've got to prep my singing voice. La 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 la.
Bonnie, make yourself useful and mop the stage, will you?
Oh.
Whatever you say, Mr. Boss Man.
So, I know that there's, it's great. Whatever you say, Mr. Boss Man. You know, I know that there are voices of the characters, right? There's a whole song and dance that was meant to be programmed into FNAF VR and then wasn't because Scott wasn't really, I believe the story goes he wasn't really happy with the voice lines, or he was happy with them, but he didn't feel comfortable like canonizing how the original like animatronics sounded or whatever. It is always really funny, but you fall into these territories, right, where you hear these characters speaking, and you're like, does that voice fit? Like, I think for some of these, they roughly translate to what I would think. Like, Chica's roughly kind of what I expect. Foxy is a bit more aggressive, but like, and I'd make him more pirate. I would lean him more into piratey. Freddy, I'm not surprised, kind of like country, southern feel. Bonnie, though, I've never thought about what Bonnie would sound like. I don't think Bonnie would sound like this. I especially as the guitarist, I would think of more like Surfer Dude or whatever. But, I mean, this is also relevant because we have the Mario movie trailer that is, as we're filming this, coming out like today, right? And so, will you hear Chris Pratt's Mario? But again, like, there's such a... It's so tricky to like find the right like casting for these characters who have all this built up, you know, emotion and connection and fandom, and it's like, oh, what are they going to sound like? And so it'll be interesting to see if the animatronics talk. Again, going back to the movie and the announcement of the FNAF movie, it'll be interesting to see if they talk. I would assume not, right? Like, and I think that's probably the smart decision there. I don't know, maybe, but then you got to show a normal, a point of normalcy at the pizzeria. So you need to show them on stage performing at some point, like Chuck E. Cheese. So I think, so maybe you do have to give them a voice. Yeah, but then like at night when they start moving, that's when it's all just like the creepy weasel. Maybe that'll be my cameo. Maybe I could be the wheeze voice for Freddy. Playing the role of wheezing Freddy, Matt Pat. See, there it is. That's and scene.
I'd like to see like it cut to you. It's like you're doing like an interview kind of style where you have like that like random color backdrop, and it's like, yeah, I didn't have albuterol for like 55 days to prepare for this role.
I have not drinking a liquid for the last month. This is just what it sounds like. I've been living in the desert for the last year, trying to get ready for this role. It's what like Jared Leto would do. I'm playing the hoarse voice of an undead child in an animatronic. What will I do? So thirsty. So thirsty.
It's like a completely regular voice in the interview too. It's like, you know, my doctor recommended a nebulizer, but I declined it.
Yes,
twice.
Also, I've mentioned this a couple times, right? Like, Ollie and I do the, like, what voices you can do at night sometimes. He's been practicing that version of his voice, like the inhale, like, raspy voice. He's getting good at it. Hello, Daddy. It's me, Ollie. He's getting pretty good. Like, he's practicing. So, yeah, I'm training my child to be, you know, scary child voice out of FNAF, I guess. It's just, you know, kids latch on to weird things. Okay, here we go. Anyway, the voices.
Useful and mop the stage.
Also, last thing, you don't have to cut to me, please don't. They've seen enough of my face already. We need to watch the series. But this is real quick. It's just the fact that like Freddy just bossing everyone around, man. You know, I feel bad for Bonnie. He's got to tune up his guitar. What do you got, bud? You just got to sing. Look at those teeth too. Whoa, chompers.
Look at the sun.
Oh, I mean, it goes without saying. Absolutely horrific. Anytime you're giving the sun and moon a face, absolutely horrific. Hence why Security Breach probably did.
Will you?
Whatever you say, Mr. Boss Man.
Just try not to slip, Cottontail.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
It's the sort of humor that you get out of these places.
Hey! Will you landlubbers stop mucking around? Anyway,
He's like, you know, I'm gonna be like 10% pirate, 90% shout. Hey! I'm a pirate! Pirates shout everything! Do I sound more piratey to you now? No, you're just loud. You're just peeing the microphone. Please stop.
Scallywags, just be here in time for the show. Not a moment before, and not a moment later, you hear? Or else you'll be forced to walk the plank.
Okay. Thanks. I'm here. I'm waiting for it. Beacon. He's got a little stage fright. Oh, Foxy, go, go, go! classic callback to FNAF 2 minigame. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. All right, I know the Foxy Go 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 minigame, so I know where this is going. Right, I know where this is going. But it doesn't even have to get there. These kids and the uncanny valley where their faces and bodies currently sit right now is all the horror that I need in my life. My night has just been fueled with nightmares because of literally just this image.
Ahoy, me mateys!
Oh, we're doing the whole...
It be your favorite
I
swashbuckling
get it.
buccaneer!
We're doing the full
Foxy,
Foxy Go Go.
the pirate fox! Arg. When I tell
Arg.
you, we got a grand show for you today in just about 10 minutes!
Make sure you go to the bathroom before the show starts,
10
kiddos!
minutes! Can you bloody believe it?
10 minutes? Why, we better gather our gear before time runs out.
Oh, and I've got to prep my singing voice.
No.
La 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 la.
Were you the voice actor for Chica, Ash? Because I feel like I've heard you do that exact voice almost every day we do a shoot.
I'm offended.
Are you?
Well,
you know what I'm talking about.
You mean like this voice?
Yeah! See, there it is.
Hey.
Auditioning for the role of Chica in the upcoming FNAF. You've got the cast.
Hey! Will you landlubbers stop mucking around?
Please stop
anyway,
with your aggression.
you scallywags.
Every time I feel attacked by his voice.
Not a moment before, and not a moment later, you hear?
Right.
Or else you'll be forced to walk the plank.
I like that the closed captions, I'm assuming these are auto-generated closed captions and not actual ones. I like that every time that this is going to repeat, they're going to miss the word. Okay, Foxy, go, go, go! See, he's just running away. He's like, I'm scared! Stage fright, no! What do we got going on here? Is that Foxy's face? Yeah. Yeah, because, oh, you see the pirate strap. The pirate, yeah, that's what they call it, the pirate strap. I see you wearing your pirate strap. Not eye patch. No, certainly not. You have your jock strap. Which goes in a very different place. The pirate strap. This is a silly day. Oh. Hooray!
10 minutes! Can you bloody believe it?
10 minutes? Why, we better gather our gear before time runs out.
Oh, and I've got to prep
The
my
movement
singing
of these
voice.
animatronics, can I just say?
La la la.
I mentioned this before, like the difference between the live action
Bonnie,
characters and
make
the
yourself
robots.
useful and mop the stage, will you?
Oh, hello. Oh!
Useful and mop the stage, will you?
Oh, Bonnie's having a bad day. Bonnie had a bit of a bender last night.
Just try not to slip, Cottontail.
Hey! Will you landlubbers stop mucking around? Anyway, you scallywags,
Like,
just be here in
it was
time for
a
the
big
show.
gig last night. Some of my
Not
friends
a
were in
moment
from out of
before,
town.
and not
What I
a
gotta tell
moment
you.
later, you hear? Or else you'll be forced to walk the plank.
You walk that plank. Oh. Oh,
Keep
weird.
blank.
Right, walk the plank. Yeah.
Blank.
Walk the plank. I don't know if this is a weird graphical. Oh, maybe it's just a graphical thing. I just noticed down here, it looked like there were strings doing a little wibbly wobbly, but it looks like that's just like a weird graphical thing that's happening.
Not a moment before, and not a moment later,
With
you
the planks of
hear?
wood.
Or else you'll
I
be
was just
forced
misinterpreting it.
to walk the plank.
Yeah, okay. It's just the planks of wood wobbling back and forth because of the VHS blur. Oh man, who's it gonna be this time? Chica, right?
Oh, yum, 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 yum. I've got a human child stuffed into my face. Oh dear, it's gonna really ruin my singing voice.
It be your favorite swashbuckling buccaneer, Foxy, the pirate.
I love this part.
fox.
It's my favorite part of the show.
When I tell ya, we got a grand show for you today in just about
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Wait, 10 minutes? That's right, 10 minutes. Can you bloody believe it?
Oh, Fred! Oh. I'm assuming he's so censored down here because he's just too bloody, right? Like, on one hand, I could see them censoring because, like, you can actually see the, like, twisted, like, torso of a child stuffed into him or whatever. But, again, like, in my mind, how this physically works, right, is they're, like, shoved into there. So you wouldn't actually be able to see the kid. But maybe, yeah, he's all, like, bloody and stuff. So the eyeballs... Oh yeah, it's definitely human eyeballs at this point. Cause see how his eyes are blue. And now they're brown. And, I mean, bleeding, certainly. But, yeah, you see the transition of like, oh, it's a human. Human's been shoved in there now.
Oh, and I've got a prep.
Was there anything interesting there? No, okay, it was just transition.
Oh, and I've got to prep my singing voice. La 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 la.
Jeez. Wait, why did it shrink? Interesting that she turns purple. Which, she turns purple, and the reason... So this is interesting. Again, the different canon of this goes back to what we started talking about and what you guys called out in the comments, is if Chica is somehow in cahoots, or Chica's working alongside Afton, right? Like, her being purple as it glitches actually would make a lot of sense. Whereas otherwise you'd be like, why would one of the haunted animatronics or one of the animatronics that's going to have a kid stuffed into him be purple? But here it might indicate that, yeah, Chica is kind of like the weapon of Spring Bonnie, like we saw at the end of Soundcheck. That's really interesting. Or at the beginning of Soundcheck, I guess it was. So it flashes a bunch of times here. It does, and it does move. Like, the size of the sensor changes, but I think that's just like a consistency thing. I'm not seeing any difference between them.
Hey! Will you landlubbers stop mucking around? Anyway, you scallywags, just be here in
Good.
time
I like this
for
a
the
lot.
show.
This is it. This is the FNAF movie.
Before and not a moment later, you hear? Or else you'll be forced to walk the
Nope. Oh, it was a big night. Big night. A lot of them disappeared. Oh, small child, get out of there, please. Please run away, small child.
Ahoy, me mateys! It be your favorite swashbuckling.
This is like our computer trying to play Hello Neighbor 2.
The pirate fox.
Too graphically intense.
We got a grand show for you today in just about 10 minutes. Wait, 10 minutes.
Buffer,
That's
buffer,
right,
buffer the
10
footage.
Minutes. Can you bloody believe it?
I love that it still follows the same pattern though. It's so smart. Oh, Chica had herself a big meal. He's like, oh, I'm stuffed. I ate too much, kid. Jeez. Well, especially if two kids disappeared, did they both get shoved into Chica, or is one in her cupcake? I love the sound. It's so unsettling.
Hey, will you landlubbers stop?
Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately. Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately. Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately.
That scares me the most. I got a tingle up my... This is the sort of stuff, the like... Because you, again, you know the narrative of this. You know, like, largely where it's gonna go. But when something like this happens, that kind of throws off what you expect, and it's more meta. And especially, I think this is one of the reasons Siren Head became such a thing, because like those tornado warnings or those like emergency alert broadcasts are so jarring and so scary and so viscerally upsetting when you're a kid, even as an adult, like they just they come out of nowhere and they interrupt everything you're doing. It's so like every time it like gets me to like have that tingle down my spine or whatever. And so watching this, I'm like, okay, and they're gonna reset it again, and then we're gonna see Foxy, or maybe there's like one big final jump scare or whatever. But to see it like interrupt like this and like you're not allowed to watch this, I feel called out and violated in a way that none of the other stuff does. So this is actually the moment that like got me to like have that like actual chill down my spine. That, and also maybe it's just my super ego talking. My super ego being like, follow the rules, and it's like, you're not allowed to watch this. Like, no, sorry, it's for the content.
Viewing of this.
Wait, is he?
Discard it immediately. Viewing of this.
Oh yeah, he is. Oh yeah, there he is. Oh, gross. It's gross. This series is dark, man. Five Nights at Freddy's. We make fun of it a lot. We meme on it. Oh!
What's the matter, Foxy? I thought you wanted an audience.
Oh! Oh, Spring Bonnie. What have I done? My career is ruined. Oh, that. No thanks. I'm good. Thanks so much. Whoa, that went wild at the end there. So, feel good entertainment. Like I was saying, this series, in theory, when you're not seeing it, it's like kind of fun and meme-ish. But when you actually like think about like what's actually going on, it gets. And when you see like shows or fan creations that are like, no, let's actually like dive into like what would physically be happening here. It's bodies are being shoved into suits. Like it's not pretty. It's bad. Interesting.
You wanted an audience.
Yeah, Foxy wanted an audience, not dead bodies shoved into suit. Like they're not watching him; they're performing with. Now he has to share the stage with more people. That's like the antithesis of what a diva like Foxy wants. You missed the point, man. But it is interesting that his ears here are floppy, as opposed to upright, which they were behind the bathroom stall. I don't know if that changes anything. If like one's in animatronic mode, one's in suit mode, whatever. But I am noticing that like them being up, or are they remote controlled, whatever. But it is interesting. This feels very it's funny to see all the analog horror stuff merge together, or like comment on each other, or like see them in close proximity and react to them in close proximity. Because on one hand, these are the puppet masks, or at least this one feels very puppet masky with the tears and the sad crying kids and stuff, which is riffing on imagery that we see in the game. But the contortion of the face, like this especially, feels very Walton Filesy. It also feels very Mandela Catalog-y. Like, basically anytime you're taking a person's face and doing like vertical stretch or like transform, you're getting some terrifying results, man. And then of course you got Foxy. And it's interesting now he's in his more withered form, where you start to see the wear and tear on him. Like, what is Foxy's role here? Because we saw him bloody over here. So is he entering the back to be stuffed? And this is just uncanny. I don't know what to make of Golden Freddy. Like, is he... It might be worth grabbing that audio and slowing it down to see what he's singing or saying. I did notice the 2 different colored buttons. That's unusual. Again, not exactly sure what that means. I mean, initially it's like, no, don't. Like, I feel like on one hand, Golden Freddy's trying to stop what's going on, or maybe it's a spirit like bringing the suit to life for the first time, and this is like the first time that someone's. But you have the puppet reveal and give life. So maybe this is that, right? The first instance of, you know, the puppet gave gifts, gave life to this guy right here. And this is him, like, trying to get control of his body, almost. Not 100% sure. It's unsettling, though, to see. Again, like, the ebb and flow of timing of this is really solid. And I want to definitely call that out for anyone who's, like, ever creating horror. You know, that idea of, like, very slow to, like, fast. Again, it keeps you unsettled because the rhythm of it is keeping you off balance. And so the rhythm of this, where it's, like, very slow to, like, oh, here we go, and we're off to the races, and then, like, lures you back and, like, slams the brakes on. And now you're into this slow period again. It's very effective. Non-existent video. Clearly it exists. Oh, Fredbear's Family Diner. Oh.
Welcome to the mascot costume assembly training tape.
Oh yeah, please. Teach me about Fredbear's.
There are two types of suits, Fredbear and Bonnie Bun.
Huh.
There are two types of suits, Fredbear.
So it does have 5 fingers, which Golden Freddy at the end of the last one did have. Same buttons, so it is the same.
And Bonnie Bun.
Bonnie Bun. Yeah! I wish it like anime girl style. Ah! And there his ears are up, I guess.
These suits double as both animatronic suits and wearable costumes for performers. Cost efficient and eliminate.
That's cool.
Costumes for
I mean, again,
cost efficient and eliminate.
I commented on this briefly last time, but here, I mean, you see it back to back, right? The difference between fluid motion versus robotic motion, and like having to shift back into place. So again, the level of detail, just unreal. So strong.
It's any differences in appearance as to not break the immersion.
That's interesting too. The different eyes. And I don't know if this is going to come into play as the series goes on. I don't know how much he's planning on continuing the series, what have you. But it's interesting that in animatronic mode, his eyes are, you know, smaller, like cornea and pupils and stuff. Kind of like the lidded, his eyelids are hanging down. Whereas here, it's just that like bright Mickey Mouse, aware and awake. So that could actually help identify, as we're looking at these tapes or whatever, like what mode is it in at any given point in time.
The wearable costumes will only be used when an animatronic is in repair.
Sing it, Bonnie. Sing it, Bonnie. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, that was super cool. So that's presumably Afton, hence the purple coloring and him being backstage. Oh, wow. Just speaking the happy birthday song. Maybe get triggered by the happy birthday song. So I noticed that in the storage warehouse back here that I'm like, what are these animatronic heads? Like, are they meant to be? No, because this is the bunny heads. And this is a Freddy head, so like, what are those? And it looks like it's this, which is weird. But I don't know, like, is this just meant to be a shell of itself? Unsettling. Whoa! And there's this. I missed that the first time. The split face, sister location style. The capture face.
The suit is made up of 3 layers. The first layer is a fabric costume that we normally see. The second layer is a fiberglass shell that forms the structure of the character.
Oh!
The third layer is an exoskeleton. This layer is the closest to your body when being worn.
Oh, weird. So you're inside of the exoskeleton. Whoa, that's crazy.
It will help support all the weight of the heavy components.
That's
and
cool.
is responsible for holding all the spring locks.
Hey! Oh, it's cool to see some, again, one of those things where like the logistics of a lot of this world, you're like, oh, spring locks, yeah, that's a thing, and you say them and you like have a rough understanding of like how it works. That's cool. So they like lock out, but then they're gonna like dig in.
Spring locks
It's
are the
cool to see
locks
it
that hold
visualized.
all the springs used to attach to the animatronic. However, these springs can be very dangerous if the suit is not prepped carefully. Now, let's begin the training.
All right, let's learn. Let's learn, friends. How do
To
I
prep
not
the
inhale
costume
myself?
Into suit mode, hold the spring locks with a hand crank.
Just
Insert
crank.
the hand crank into the lock sockets located behind the animatronic. There are 10 lock sockets in total.
Oh.
2 on each limb, 1 on the back of the body, and 1 behind the head. Next, remove the gloves and feet.
Cool. Whoa. Find me a drink first.
You'll need
Mr.
to remove
VHS
the head
narrator.
before taking off the costume. Simply remove the head as well as the fiberglass structure underneath.
Oh, wild.
Then peel off
Logistics
the
are cool.
fabric costume. Once removed, you'll need to detach the fiberglass shell from the exoskeleton.
This is elaborate, man.
Last,
I feel like this is the sort of stuff that, like, you know, Lockheed Martin or some sort of like government contract would be like, hey, can you design us like a robotic army? Not hey, we're a podunk little town pizza restaurant that's looking to conquer globally bit by bit.
I think this adds a lot of perspective to when Afton was trying to like, you know, scurry into the Springlock suit.
Yeah.
Where he's like, oh my god, these kids are gonna get me. Let me just remove the fabric of the hands and the feet, and then, you know, we'll get the body, and then we'll take off the fiberglass,
Right.
and then, you know, we'll get into here, reapply,
Right.
and they won't catch me that
Yeah,
way.
in FNAF 3, it's literally like he's being run around the room by ghosts, and like a frame later, he's like, haha, I'm in it. In actuality, it's like an hour and a half long process of like, crank. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta find the hole for the crank. Hold on. There we go. I'm still scared of you, I swear.
And then, like,
fiberglass.
you think the kids are just like standing there watching,
Right.
like, we can still get this guy.
They're like, this is the guy who killed us?
It's like-
we let him kill us?
Like, this is the man who clocked us?
Yeah, right?
Like, we let this guy.
This is the guy. This is him. Hey, can you give me a hand here? Can't do it. I have a really hard time doing this one-handed. Can you? Got a little clasp in the back. Can you get the clasp in the back? Just seal it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, Susie, can you get over here real quick?
Yeah, Fritz. Can I get a Fritz? Maybe the two of you just kind of like help lift it up together. Yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Cassidy, I know we had some, you know,
We had our
trials and
differences,
tribulations, but
Cassidy.
like, you know, right behind the foot here, would you mind being
little-
able to?
Little thigh. Snap together a thigh. It's really hard to do the snaps with these giant rabbit hands on. I'm sorry. Fine for bludgeoning you. Not a problem there. But yeah, if you could just snap it over there.
It's like, y'all understand. You've been in these suits for a while too.
It's tough, right?
Yeah.
It's crowded. It's cramped. Thanks. Okay, now I'm ready to laugh maniacally. Ha ha ha. And then literally a second later, it all collapses. Oh, after all that work.
remove the exoskeleton from the animatronic.
Okay, remove the exoskeleton.
To put on the the spring locks too much. Next, you'll need to reattach the fiberglass shell back on.
Right? How are you doing?
Then,
You need like a team of like 10
put on
people
the
to do
fabric
this.
layer. Once applied properly, put on the gloves and feet.
Great.
Lastly, you'll need to put on the head. But
Oh, sorry. I went in, I'm like, oh, spooky. That seems like, but down here. I noticed this thing down here. That's terrifying.
the gloves and feet.
I don't know what it is.
Lastly,
Blora?
you'll need to put on the head. But before
What is that?
you do, you'll
That's
need to put the
horrific,
head
whatever
into
it is. I hate it.
performer mode by
I hate it
winding
so
up
much.
a small socket on the inside of the head to reveal the fake eyes.
Oh, wild.
For you to see.
Has anyone been a mascot at like Disneyland or Disney World, like Mickey Mouse? Because Mickey Mouse is animatronic. Like, I feel like this is about as close to like Mickey Mouse because his mouth moves and he has the fake eyes. And unlike a normal mascot where you could like see the holes punched in his eye and you can see like the guy underneath, and you're like, what's my break? You know, smoke or whatever, which I imagine all mascotted characters are smokers because that's like the stereotype. That was Mickey the other day. But like the Mickey Mouse animatronics at Disneyland and a lot of their not animatronics, their suits are really good at hiding that there's someone inside of them. And so I'd be curious to see how close to reality this is with like eyes slipping. It's just gotta be a mask, right? It's just gotta be a head that you put on, right? But it moves and the eyes move. It's just really impressive technology.
In the event of a spring lock failure, do not panic. Keep as still as possible and call for help.
All right, great.
Calm your breathing and have a partner wound up the hand crank to lock the spring lock once more. Then safely and gently remove the
I'm sorry, I'm impaled right now. I can't really use my hand crank. Oh, geez. Hello, Lordump. Fredbear jaw upgrade. Oh man, he's gonna butt me. Fredbear's costume was designed with a large jaw to hold all the teeth for a full smile. Unfortunately, that means modifications were needed for the animatronic to function properly. The Fredbear animatronic had problems with moving its jaw with all the additional weight. Freddy had those weird teeth that I called out. Fredbear, maybe I haven't noticed. Both animatronics were designed with the intention of having similar features, with Body Bun being the main focus for design. To compensate for Fredbear's large jaw, we've installed 2 additional hydraulics on both sides of the animatronic's jaw. Fredbear is fully calibrated and ready to perform again. Oh, here we go. It's the bite. Yeah. He's got way too many teeth. He's got those Sonic teeth going. Hey, bite victim. Who is nameless? Nameless bite victim. Oh man, missing that lobe. Oh, we're going in for the crunch. Feed me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Open wide, Freddy. I'm so surprised. No, don't feed me to him. I bit someone. I bit someone.
Hey, do me a favor. Maybe sometime you can check inside those suits a little background. Maybe sometime you can check inside those suits a little background.
So, okay. 4 tapes hidden inside their empty heads. Freddy ripped apart with a smile. Bonnie dancing in the dark. Chica and her wonderful song. Foxy meets the Happy Man. The Happy Man! Your gift.
Yeah.
You found the 5th. So each of those... Okay. Michael! There's something I want to show you. Is this Afton? Oh yeah, before your brother died, something else happened. Something was wrong with the suits. Watch. This was before your brother died. Let me tell you a secret. Same thing happened to your father. Oh, this is Henry talking to Michael? Same thing happened to your father. It killed him. Oh, yeah. but it killed him, but only for a while. Michael, I'm gonna explain this to you in probably the least tactful way possible. Your dad, not like, hey, your dad's still alive, or like, hey, he was a killer, or like, hey, the suit's killed. Like, no, it killed him, but only for a while. I'm gonna tell you this weird factoid about, like, there's a way that you order this information when, hey, teenage boy or whatever he is, 20-year-old boy, whatever it is at this point. It's like, there's an order of events where you say, hey, you know what happened to your father? It's incredibly tragic, but you might have to brace yourself for this one. Not, oh, the animatronics are kind of haunted. Here's a tape of someone screaming in agony and running. That was your dad. It killed him, but not completely, or not forever. Maybe lead off with the stuff about the dad first and then go into the other stuff. He's still out there. Do you want to find him? Not particularly. I'm good. Ooh. I'll show you. Look at one part puppet, one part new member of Kiss. With his face. Kiss? No? You like classic music?
Yeah.
Classic rock? You know Kiss?
Yeah, of
You
course.
get the joke?
We've talked about this before.
I know. I just need someone in the room to recognize that I wasn't just seeing things.
No, I recognize you and I acknowledge
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Fred Fazbear's. Oh, wow. We're hopping through a lot of stuff here. So now we fast forwarded to Fazbear. Don't worry about times, dates, or locations. That's a message to me. You'll know when it happens. Hello. There will be a gasoline canister in the back, next to the second exit. Your father will be there in the building with you. He will look different, but you will know it's him. Again, Henry, if this is the one who's given the coaching to Michael, he'll look different. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You know what? You'll figure it out. I'm just going to give you, like, the basic surface level stuff. I'll let the rest just kind of solve itself here. Then we can end it. It's not. You're not. He always comes back. End this for good. I know how you feel, Michael. It's a lot of responsibility.
Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. Už je to tvoje,
Cože?
Už je to tvoje.
Není. Já to nechám despavnout tady. Třeba to zase s ním.
when this is done, we'll be free. You'll be free too. So is this the puppet coaching me? It may not seem like it, but I believe your brother will forgive you. I have forgiven you too. You are good, Michael. Huh, so I guess it is the puppet talking and doing this little pep talk. Despite what you might think, you do deserve this happy ending. Thanks, puppet. I've been working all this time to give you that opportunity. That's nice. I love you, Michael. Oh wow. That's very nice. Thanks, puppet. Thanks, new member of KISS.
Well, folks, it's been a real pleasure having you here tonight.
We had to say goodbye, but cheer up, there's always tomorrow.
And just remember that a friend is the best thing you could ever have. When life gets you down, a friend will be there to help.
Yeah. For example, there was this one time I got stuck in a water machine with a friend of mine, and I cut a hole in it just to get me out.
It's interesting that the name of it is non-existent video. So this is the last one, Late One Night at Fazbear's Frights. It's interesting that it's non-existent video. I mean, that could relate to the fact that you have all of these. They talk about the 4 tapes hidden in the different animatronic heads, which reveal the things that we've seen throughout the rest of the series. Like, that is all of FNAF VHS, right? We have this one, this one, this one, and then, what was the last one? Freddy ripped apart with a smile, Chica. So, did we discover them? Or, like, is this... I mean, I have a lot of questions here, but it seems like, what, the puppet is teaching us, Michael, how to kind of like redeem ourselves / like make amends for everything that we did in killing our brother in the bite of 83, which again, like to this day, the fact that the bite of 87, like, what are you doing? Just 2 bites. This is very clearly the bite. But I know it's technically not based on the dates. But something else was wrong with the suits. So they were wrong before your brother died. Something else happened. Something was wrong with the suits. Watch. So, before your brother died, something was wrong with the suits. Is he referring to this being my dad? Or like what was wrong with the suits, but like that he had corrupted the suits? I'm not exactly sure what that's trying to indicate. And maybe I'm just confused about the timeline here or whatever. But it is interesting. So like, okay, so then the puppet's teaching me how to make amends and all this, and then I burn it down. It's nice that the puppet and I are such good friends. The fact that it's non-existent video though also makes me think like this resolution never happens. Like the name, at least the way I see it, is like, hey, this is like almost the like as happy of an ending as this series can get. Like this is the happy ending, but it's non-existent because this never did happen. This is not the ending that we end up getting, right? It doesn't come to conclusion. The forgiveness never truly, like a lot of the pain and regret never really goes away. It doesn't end as successfully as they want because the puppet's like, then he'll be gone and it'll be taken care of forever and we won't have to deal with this anymore, but we do. Hence non-existent video. That's my guess. That's how I would interpret it. I also love how melancholy and like bittersweet this like ending pan out. It's really good. It's really sad. Because again, just like you think about like all the tragedy of everything that came before and all the people who've been affected, the families have been affected, the Afton family themselves and a lot of the innocents who are affected there. It's really, really impactful. So let's see what this last one is. Late One Night at Fazbear's Frights. Because this feels like the end, right? Like this feels like, oh, we've set it up. Here's the haunted animatronics. We've seen them get haunted. Foxy Go Go Go. Here's the, the first event, the final event. And we're kind of wrapped on like the first 5 you know, 4.5 games. Here we go. Oh, hello. Okay, so this is at Fazbear. Okay, hence the name, at Fazbear's Fright. So this is him coming at us. Seems like there's a fire going because of the flickering. Is that just the same? He's got a knife in his fingers. It's unclear. Cool. Great. Oh, hello. Hello, small child. In Fazbear Frights? What are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be here. This building's burning down. And other stuff. Should probably get out. Huh. Purple. Afton alert. Oh, this is Fazbear Fright, like haunted house style. Oh. Oh yeah, he's got the knife and everything.
Come a little closer, child. Let me stuff you in a suit.
Oh, this is cool, man. I mean, this is like, ooh, straight ripped out of a haunted house setup. This is cool. Do it. Ooh, hello. Oh! Oh! That was great. That was great. That was really cool. That was great. What a great series. That was unreal. That ending jump scare, man. Hey, it's my face! My face is in here! And the puppet? Why is the puppet? Just because there's still unfinished business, maybe? It does look like upgraded puppet. Why was there a kid at Fazbear's? Why? Who's this? Who's this? Why are you here? What are you doing, you small child? Fool, get out of there. This is also much too mature of a thing for you. This is not okay. Cool, man. This is great. I love it. This is wonderful. Clap in half. What a wonderful, wonderful series. And again, I love, for as hard of a time as I give the franchise and the books and whatever, I love the world that it's created. And I think people now are having a harder time as the world has gotten more and more sci-fi and like out there with some of the newer stuff. And I understand why, right? It started as murders and hauntings, and now it's gone into like sci-fi, techno goos and things. Like it's AR and VR and like leaning into the technological like sound illusion discs and stuff, which don't hate the messenger, but they're back, and the new book really kind of leans into the sound illusion discs pretty heavily. But this is cool because it goes back to like, I mean, really, the visceral horror that this is. It's like it's a dirty old pizza restaurant that we've all been to with these old beat up animatronics and just like one crazy guy who, for whatever reason, feels the urge to just like pick off these kids and the horrific things. And I love the world that it's built, and I love seeing other creators and other artists' interpretations, whether it's games, whether it's stuff like this, interpretations of this world, because it gives you such a different perspective on the events that we're witnessing, of the events that we're kind of like living through, right? Like I've never, again, like I've lightly thought about like what Fazbear Frights would feel like or what it looks like, and the games give you a sense of that, but the games don't, the games feel like an old warehouse, right? That are just, it's messy, it's not really organized in any sort of way, whereas this is like, oh, this is a haunted house. Like this is what a horror attraction, Fazbear Frights, would actually look like, with, you know, something behind, you know, glass, and there's doors and there's long hallways and stuff. This feels more in line with it, and it gives me a new context as to what that would be. It's cool, and so watching this stuff a lot of times gives me new perspectives on the franchise as I look back on it, or as I look at like the new stuff that's getting released. So across the board, just wonderful. This was actually tremendous. So again, congratulations to Baddington once again for doing just an amazing series and being so talented at all the stuff that he's releasing on his channel. If you have not subscribed to Baddington, yes, this is Fazbear Frights. This is the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff that he's done. But please go check out Harmony and Horror. We will be hopping back into reacting to that at some point. But I mean, if you are looking for a creator who's doing really awesome stuff in this kind of like creepy analog horror storytelling world, phenomenal. So please show that channel some love. Support the projects that they're working on, FNAF related and otherwise. And yeah, I think that's it. Ash, anything from you as we close things out?
That was really good.
Awesome. Thank you. So I don't know. I saw you moving over there and I'm like, oh, maybe Ash. Don't play in the road. Okay. Oh! Oh! No! Hey guys, and welcome to GT Not Live, where I am back on the couch after South by Southwest, which, depending on when this airs, I think would have been last week. I just got back literally yesterday. For those of you who don't know, South by Southwest is a big conference, a big convention, where people talk about like new innovations in technology and entertainment, and like the world of online stuff, traditional media stuff is mixed in there. It's a very cool. It was my first time. I've known about it for years, but I've never actually gotten a chance to go. And it was my first time being there, and especially after a couple years of no conferences, it was really cool to attend. It's held in Austin, Texas, and I was there to speak alongside Tiltify, who you might remember is kind of one of our go-to partners when it comes to the St. Jude and any charity live streams that we're doing. We were there to speak about, you know, using our platform, these channels, as a way of raising money for charities and raising awareness of good causes. And we were there alongside the CEO and president of St. Jude, the fundraising arm, Rick Shadiak, as well as another fellow Twitch streamer who has raised a lot of money for her causes as well. Little Simsy. Who, if you don't know, she plays The Sims, and she's adorable. She's so sweet, and does a lot of awesome charity work. So I was there talking about charity, but while I was there, I tried to carve off a day over the weekend to attend as many panels as I could to just, I don't get to attend these sorts of things, because usually my schedule's packed, but this was one where I had a little bit of flexibility, and so I went in a day early to go to as many panels as I did, and every other panel, literally every other panel, I gotta say, was either about NFTs, Web 3.0, or the metaverse, or some combination thereof. I think my favorite one that I went to was Web 3.0 animating using the blockchain for the metaverse, or like it was like basically every buzzword that you could shove into the title of a conference, like a panel, and it was in there, and it was wild. So yeah, that is how I tried to educate myself, not because I necessarily want to engage with any of this stuff or supporting it, but because this is a big wave that's happening right now, and I, as someone who is an educator, who is, in this space, wants to educate you guys, like it behooves me to try my best to understand this, and wrap my head around all these moves that people are trying to push through in entertainment, in digital, in the ecosystem. So yeah, it was a wild ride. I think our panel about charitable giving was the only one that didn't mention NFTs. And so when it came to question time, and she's like, this was the first question was like, this was the best panel that I've seen. And I'm like, oh, this is the best panel that I've seen at South by Southwest. And I'm like, oh wait, this is at South by South. I'm so sorry, guys. NFTs are a thing. The metaverse exists, and Web 3.0 offers you great opportunity. And the audience, like, because they knew, because that's what every other panel was about. And here we are talking about, like, hey, use digital video for good, not these weird, whatever, get rich quick, proof of ownership, whatever schemes. So
I have a question.
Yes, Matt.
Did you learn what the blockchain is? Does anyone know what the blockchain is?
Does anyone know what the blockchain is? So this is. I don't know if I should say.
No. So the answer
no.
is no.
This is what I should say. I think this is a really good illustration of the education that was being handed out during the panels, right? So I went to that one. That was Web 3.0 animating for the future using a blockchain or whatever it was. It was a panel of 6 people. It was put on by Fox. Fox, you know, the actual like entertainment studio that was bought out by Disney last year. And, you know, they produce huge shows, right? And so they were talking about animation and this new show that's coming out with Dan Harmon. You know, Dan Harmon who created Rick and Morty. I knew that that's what they were talking about, and I'm like, oh, that's really exciting. Big Rick and Morty fan, big Dan Harmon fan. And the first question was okay, panelist of Fox executives, people from the production studio, and then like the one guy who runs like an NFT website, like one of the first founders of like an NFT trading website. What is Web 3.0? And 5 of the 6 people basically were like, I don't know. And that was that was it. That was the answer. Like I'm sitting there and I just watched.
Yeah.
Watching these people who like greenlit whatever this, you know, whatever things they're working on. The whole, and mind you, this was in a part of the town. They had bought out an entire building or rented out an entire building and called it the Blockchain Creative Labs. And here I am sitting there and they're like, we don't know what this is. My favorite answer of that though was, he's like, you know what? I'm not the best at explaining it, but I can tell you what it is in one word. Oh, and there was one guy on the panel who was like the dissenting opinion, where he's like, I don't care about it. Like he's like, this means nothing to me. Like he was the creative guy. Like it wasn't Dan, it was just some other creative guy that they've worked with on other, like a producer on other shows.
Yeah.
And he was like so over it. Like it was very clear that he was just brought on to be like, not the dissenting voice, but like the creative voice.
Hopper nemám. Železo taky nemám. No jo. Nevím, kdo mám, ale nechci se mi hodně dávat. Ale kdo máš Deep Slate? Není Deep Slate. To není Deep Slate. To není Deep Slate. Máš jenom Cobble Deep Slate. Tady je Deep Slate. Počkej, teď není. A teď ho mám ještě, co mi lžou tedy. Tak jo, čau. No skoro hotovou tu další část té cesty. Teď, co je? Teď ani cože? Co je to za blok? To není mycelium. Cobble Deep Slate, já jsem blbá. Co je? Co je to za blok?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I got, like, this is dumb. Like, this is dumb. And, okay. So, the interesting thing about, and I know we want to play Lily as well, so this is a whole nother topic for another day. But, basically, what I gathered out of all of this is that Web 3.0 is a push towards proof of ownership. So, whereas Web 1 was content, and Web 2 was creating content for like a bunch of platforms or whatever. Like that's how they described it. I don't think that's necessarily what it was. Like it was Web 1 was like blogs and written content. Web 2 was video and democratization of like anyone can produce whatever. It's in everyone's hands, like we all create. Web 3 is, hey, well, there's a lot of piracy going on, and how do you prove that someone created the thing that they said they did? Blockchain. And so the idea is, by pressing the mint button when you create something, it has a proof of ownership over that timestamp, and you can say like, hey, that piece of fan art, that TV show, whatever, I created it. Look at the blockchain, here it is. I minted it, and it's a proof of concept, and it exists in this like massive, decentralized network of servers. Confusing. My question is, the problem that no one acknowledges is that, first off, it requires everyone to be using the same server. Like, basically, there's no guarantee that these things are going to be around, right? Like, they're like, oh, even the guy who created the NFT website, who's like, oh, there's going to be 1 trillion NFTs in the next 2 years or whatever. He's like, well, it's all about proving provenance. Like, if you own an artwork, right? You like an original Picasso, you have that provenance, and there's like a certificate that goes with it. It's like, this is an actual original Picasso. So they're trying to do that for digital stuff, where everything can be copy and pasted 100 times, millions of times. So if you have the original Picasso, or if you have the original Cyber Ape or whatever, there might be value. Someone might see that there's value there, and so the blockchain gives you that provenance. The problem, though, is that it requires everyone to use the same blockchain server. And right now, there's like so many of them. And even the guy who did the NFT site, he's like, there's like 10 right now that are actually viable, but who knows? And so it requires everyone to kind of like say like, oh, we're all going to agree to use this service. So that's problem 1. 2, it requires that thing to continue existing. 3, we all know like the environmental and like how much computing processing power this requires. Especially like if you're just minting Bitcoin, that's one thing, which is like minted at a slow rate. But when you have like, I'm minting 1 million of this like Cyber Ape, whatever, it's crazy. And then, and then also like, is this something that you actually need, right? So like one of the big things, and we'll get to Lily's Law, I know, but one of the big things that came out of this was they're like, so the new show that Dan Harmon's producing is called Crapopolis. It's about it's like a family comedy like The Simpsons, but set in ancient Greek. It sounds like a cool idea, but the concept is that the whole thing is powered by the blockchain, and so if you're a fan of the show, you can buy an original copy of a character model. You can buy a frame, like you would buy like an old animation cell from Disney. You can buy a whole episode, and it's minted off the blockchain, so that way then you have one of those limited number of copies of that thing, right? And I'm like, yeah, but again, like why? And so when he's like, and then you can buy an original copy of the episode, and I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm the, and he's like, now you're the owner of that episode. And I'm like, yeah, but I correct
things.
Yep.
And now people are like, but I don't own anything.
So here's the last thing that I'll say about this. And again, like there were a lot of panels. I learned a lot. And I'm still processing it. Like I said, I just got back, and so I need to deal with this. This is just initial ideas. I can't quite connect all the dots yet, but to me, it feels like traditional entertainment, especially the panels that I saw, feels like traditional entertainment trying to reclaim ownership over the space. It like, and I see kind of the pathway it's going to, and I can't quite like, it's not like a smooth arc yet, but I think that that's where they're headed. They see this as a chance for them to, like Web 2.0, where us creators and YouTube were like producing whatever and not beholden to anyone, and we can do whatever we want. That made them nervous, and it's obviously hurt them really badly because traditional media is really falling down on this stuff. They've been really hurt, and YouTube and Google and TikTok and stuff has risen to replace them. And so now they're like, oh, well, but ownership, like, how can you prove that there's, and even during the panel, they're like, well, in Gen 2, Web 2.0, the creators are slaves to YouTube. And, like, say what you will, like, I'm here voluntarily, I could go to a different platform, whatever. And yes, we are beholden to an algorithm, but to say that, like, in Web 3.0 with the blockchain, now you partner with Fox, and now you're free. Yeah, you think so? You think so? You think? And they said that like they're like with this blockchain technology and this creative initiative that we're doing, we're hoping to discover the next generation of creator of Simpsons, creator of King of the Hill, creator of whatever, like these big animations, and now they're part of the Fox family. And I'm like, yeah, that's because they're withholding access to the blockchain. Like, that's what it ultimately amounted to. Like, in my mind, it's like, here's this technology, the blockchain, proof of ownership, right, that everyone needs to use, but we as Fox are the arbiters of who actually gets to press that mint button, right? And so by partnering with us and being a part of the Fox family, now it's like you're just trying to reinsert yourself into this process that is not dependent on you anymore. And I think that's what, like you said, how it's all cyclical and it's all this sort of thing. So that's my dystopian vision of like kind of why this is being pushed so hard and what the end goal of it all is. Like I said, do I know that for sure? No, but like my gut feeling, having been in this space, does Web 3.0 mean to you? And he's like, I touch it, right? Like we are aware of it, but I'm not like a programmer. That is not what I'm doing. He like has his bread and butter working with engineers, being an engineer himself, like in the code, figuring out all this stuff. And the fact that he can't articulate, I'm like, that's not good. It's truly obfuscated in order for people to not really know what they're doing until it's too late. And then it's like, oh no, look what we've done, but the train has left the station, right? So that was and then the metaverse. And that's the thing. Do people want that? Maybe that's a conversation for the next time we do one of these. Do you want to exist in the metaverse?
Metaverse workplaces are fascinating to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so interested by the idea of a metaverse workplace.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Would you want to do it?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. But we'll talk about this in the future.
Okay.
We'll do this in the next GT Not Live or one of the upcoming ones. Because, again, South by Southwest was great because there's a lot of really interesting ideas. And the last thing about that whole NFT blockchain stuff, like my fear is that because entertainment is such a powerful force and so well connected and dictate the media that people consume and see on a day-to-day basis, it will be pushed through. Like I think that's the biggest fear I have is like it's something that no one wants. It's something that ultimately I think infringes upon the creative abilities of people like us, right? And the cool, anyone can create whatever and potentially see success through it. My fear is that the implementation of some of this stuff will stymie that creative life and go back to the old studio system that was so gatekeepy in the first place. Say what you will about YouTube algorithms and TikTok algorithms and there's no perfect system, but it's a lot, I'd say, trying to figure out how an algorithm works is a lot better and how to work within the boundaries that are set there is a lot better than like having to go move to LA, befriend like the friend of a friend of a friend and work your way through the social interaction so you meet the producer of X series on TV, at which point then you like do a couple favors and you're there. Like that's weird to me. I don't like that system. Like at least this is a bit more of a meritocracy. Anyway, long story short, Lily's Well is a thing that exists.
That was fun. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, no, that was right. It's a lot to wrap your head, and it matters, right? Because it's stuff that's in the real world happening right now that no one knows and no one really understands.
Yeah.
And when people don't understand things, that's when you get worried. Like when people can't articulate for you what they're doing or why, either they're lying and hiding it from you, or you better figure it out because there's going to be unintended consequences. Lily's Well is a game that exists that we are playing. I don't know. What's this?
Well, first, can you throw it in full screen?
Yes.
Try F11?
No.
Try config.
Config.
There it is.
Boom. Okay. So, tell me about Lily's Well, Matt. Where'd this one come from?
This is from our good friend Tom.
Tom!
We haven't really talked much of Tom on this channel.
No, we haven't talked much about Tom. Tom was on the Game Theory live stream where we talked about FNAF. He is our creative producer for Game Theory, so he supervises a lot of the scripts that go through. He double-checks a lot of facts. He and I work really closely together on basically all the ins and outs of Game Theory at this point. He's been a long-time writer for us. He's a great guy. He's in the UK. And this summer, actually, I'm going to be in the UK for about 2 months to hang out with Tom and also just like, you know, immerse myself in London, which will be cool. But he recommended this one?
Yeah, so Tom said, hey, Matt and Matt.
Yeah.
I read the email. You probably didn't. You were busy.
I was working on the blockchain. Working on the blockchain. Yeah, so anyway.
And he said, this is a game that has a lot of lore implications.
Lore implications.
It's one of those more than meets the eye things that we love so much.
Great. Awesome. So he predicts that there's probably theory fodder in here.
Definitely.
Okay, great. Awesome. So let's hop into Lily's Well. I mean, it's old school pixel art, which I appreciate. So let's start Lily's Well. It is a cold, rainy day in the Tabachi household. You are Lily, anime girl extraordinaire. Lily is a young, innocent anime girl, 9 years of age. You live in a modest home with your papa. On this cold and rainy day, you are knitting on the couch while Papa packs his things. Tonight, he needs to go to work in order to teach a night class. As Lily is a good girl, Papa trusts you to stay safe while he's gone. Great. Before he leaves, Papa makes hot dogs and the boxed mac and cheese. Oh, dinner of champions. He helps you pour the cheese sauce on your hot dog in order to make it taste... No, get out of here. Separate, man. Hot dog is ketchup and mustard. Maybe relish, maybe some onion. Maybe like a Chicago dog, cheese sauce on your hot dog. It's like pineapple on a pizza. You enjoy your meal together, ignorant of future events. Papa puts you in bed with the sound of rain lulling you to sleep. You awaken to the sound of a voice. Lily. The voice seems to come from outside. You look out your bedside window. There's nobody among the rain and darkness. Was it a dream? You open your window a crack to listen closer. Please, it hurts. Help. The well. Someone's in the well. The rope normally hanging from it's vanished. You are a good girl, so you get out of bed to go help. Read instructions. Yes. Controls. Use the arrow keys. Lily can move by clicking. Objects can be interacted with Z or space. Clicking. Autosaves. Okay, great. Nope. Great, yep. Okay. Using items. Certain objects and structures require the usage of other items. Yep. Use an item, open up the menu. X key on the menu screen. Select the stuff. By selecting an item and using it on Lily, she will use it. Lily must be right in front of the item's target to use it. Some items in multiple places, so don't be afraid to get creative. 4 different types of items. Stuff, ropes, keys, files. Stuff makes up normal items that can be used to interact with objects. Okay. These often have more than one use, so play around with them. Ropes are the main goal to work toward. These items are what Lily needs to climb down the well. The more obtained, the further down she can get. It's important to note that not all ropes are good materials. Once a rope is collected, it cannot be put back until Lily climbs down the well. Keys are keys. They open up doors. Okay. Finally, files are notes, letters, books. They're anything that can be read. Okay. A file read during a playthrough can be reread on the file. Okay. And the well. After collecting at least one piece of rope, Lily can climb down into the well. Material quality and length affects the overall results of the descent. Bad materials will cause the rope to break. Once Lily goes down the well, there's no going back. Okay. Okay, okay. Ooh. All right, so I'm assuming the well is very deep, right? So we need as much as possible. Wow, I am a good girl. Look at me. I got so many trophies. I rock. Although I do see 2 silver trophies in there, so I don't know. It's a couple second place finishes. Sniffle the bear. Sniffles. Sniffles was a gift from Auntie Mifuyu on your first birthday. It's kind of stinky, but a good stinky. Attic stinky. Attic stinky. Check status. You currently have no pieces of rope material. Oh, okay. Take. Well, Sniffles would be brave and faithful on his quest. The rain isn't good for him. Okay. What do you say? It's your bed. Your bed sheets are all messed up from your sudden awakening. Take. You remember a movie that Papa brought back the weekend where prisoners use sheets to escape from prison. Take the sheets as rope. Yeah. Lamp. This is what's keeping your room bright right now. Lamp. Lamp may be a good light source while you're outside. The problem is that it needs to be plugged in. And you don't want it to be more than dead weight. Okay. Your knitting basket gives you comfort despite what the stormy weather says. Okay. You only have 1 large ball of yarn left. Okay. With how big the yarn ball is, it probably could be unraveled into a long rope. No, I don't want it as a rope because that's a bad material. That's not going to be strong enough to hold me. Ooh. You are already wearing this costume. Locked. Okay, so I can change my outfit. Okay, good to know. Is this a door? It is. Okay, but before we go there, let's check out over here. Shower is still wet from your earlier bath. Bath has many water-safe dowels. Take the bath. Even if you stood on the edge of the tub, you wouldn't be able to reach the curtain's hooks. Trying too hard at this would probably result in you cracking your head open on the side of the tub. You have no concept of what an ER is, so you'd be out of luck if that happened. Okay. But the curtain, shower curtain, seems to be a material. Trash can's empty. Well, you can take the plastic bag out of the trash can. You can't really think of a good reason to. Maybe you came across a sea turtle that needs to suffocate. Oh, no. Yikes. Bathroom sink. Preventer of disease spread and assistant to teeth cleaning. Sink is clean with a mirror hanging right above it. Take the sink. If you manage to take this, it'd be impressive. Behold the toilet. The bowl has always been a hard-working part of the household. Even after that time, you made potions in it, causing laundry soap bubbles to completely fill the bathroom. It also never clogged, even when you put one end of a yarn ball down it and watch the entire ball disappear in the water. Truly the most sacred appliance to be created. Is there a yarn ball around here? Private potty can't be taken. Look inside the toilet. Yes. Well, you just wasted your time looking inside the toilet bowl. Gross, even though the commode is kept very clean. Okay. Fresh roll of toilet paper! This toilet paper is single ply. Ooh, rough. Worst type of toilet paper. That is accurate. Single ply is the worst. Used as a rope if it was twisted enough. No, we don't want it as a rope. Too weak. This drawer has some of Papa's clothes. Okay, so we can open the drawers. Filled with socks and belts. Socks and belts. The belts might be a good rope. Belts are pretty good. I'm kind of inclined to take the belts.
Belts are pretty
right?
sturdy.
I think belts are good. You took Papa's belts. Drawer has some of Papa's clothes. Filled with tighty whities. Take a tighty whitey. Do not take Papa's underwear. Do not. There's a safe with a keypad. Space for 6 numbers. No. 6 numbers, so we're looking for numbers. Okay. Table. Papa's bed. Always remain tidy for as long as you can remember. You aren't sure if you've seen Papa sleep in it. It seems the sheets are attached to the mattress. Maybe they were never actual sheets, and the bare mattress just looks like this. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe we need like scissors to cut them open? I was also wondering that with the bear as well. Here, so now that we know we can open the drawers, let's check these bottom drawers down here. Okay, we can't do anything with those. Good to know. Okay. Call a phone number. Not yet. We don't know anything. It's the Trusted Family Television. Collection of VHS tapes can be found on the cabinets under the TV. Some noticeable ones include Rosa J's Guide to Sunman and Clip Clop and Friends Collection 1. Take the TV. Now is not the time to watch movies, okay? This is back to bathroom. Cool. What's this? It's a book. It's a book on local plant life. Yeah. Greetings and thank you for picking up my guide for the special flora located in Bethany's Mirror, Vermont. I'm Magus Bergamot. A resident of the Bethany's Mirror area. Since childhood, I've spent my years studying the various unique plants that only grow in this pocket of the world. Many of the plants take on unique and unexpected roles in their ecosystems, as well as provide plenty of uses for local foragers. Like with any plant or fungal life, it's important to properly identify anything for foraging. Okay, so this is going to be important because we're going to use vines, I would guess, or something as a rope. Failure can lead to extreme injury or death. It's additionally important not to violate anyone's personal territory. An angry resident of Bethany's Mirror is far worse than a moose. Let's take a look at the most common specimens you'll find. I'm assuming vines. Let's talk about vines. Vined plants of Bethany's Mirror can be some of the most dangerous. Okay. When looking for forage materials, most dangerous vine to stay away from is the overcast vamp vine. Okay, so this is what we don't want. It's bright purple suction cup leaves that only open rainy or overcast nights. Touching these will cause the vine to grab its new prey and attach many suction cups as possible to the victim's skin. It'll then use suction cups to rip the victim's skin open and suck out all their blood. Oh my gosh. Keep reading this section. Another vine that can be dangerous. Oh, another one is the womb ripper. Oh. Despite its name, it doesn't actually rip out wombs. Oh, thank goodness. But it's dangerous, or its danger can't be underestimated. It's only dangerous for those who eat the bright red berries off its vine. Touching or squashing the berries appear to be harmless. After being consumed, the berries will latch onto the inner linings of its new host's stomach. Like a tapeworm, the seeds inside the berries will steal nutrients from the host. Sensing the sun outside of the body, the new plants will violently burst out of the host's organs. Oh, this poor girl. This poor girl's gonna die so many horrific deaths. I'm so sorry, Lily. I'm so sorry about you and your well. You're gonna die so many times. Okay. The body will be used by the womb ripper as extra food. Luckily, it becomes very brittle shortly after separating from its root. This makes it easy to incinerate. Okay, so the womb ripper has red berries. You can touch the berries, don't eat the berries, and don't use it as a rope because it becomes brittle once it's uprooted, but it can be used for fire. The purple one, do not use. Don't touch. One vine that's both dangerous and useful, Orderly's Punishment. Often found in shady areas along tall trees, Orderly's Punishment can be easily identified by the blue thorns. Take extra care not to get pricked by the thorns, as they will inject an intense hallucinogen that will last around 12 hours. They will additionally cause an intense itchy sensation on the inner organs. By removing the thorns, though, this vine can be used as a very helpful building material. Okay. It's capable of holding an average of 460 pounds of weight, even after being dried out. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's more. Joint flower vigorous, flower vine, yellow flower, swiftly in the rain, thrives in wooded areas. By licking the pollen, humanoid joints will begin to repair themselves. It is, however, very important not to take the vine itself or pick the flowers. After being removed from where it's originally planted, its roots will start to quickly grow microfractures, causing it to be easily destroyed. Okay, that's enough. We're good. There's trees and other stuff, but I feel like we've learned enough from reading one day. There are doors. Padlocks. Huh. There's padlocks in the pantry. Okay, so we need something to break the padlocks, it seems like. Fridge. Your drawings cover the fridge. Isn't much in the fridge. Grocery delivery hasn't come yet this week. Okay, there's a key. See a key right here. Okay. Wait, hold up. Keyboard. It's where Papa holds the keys. Is a note. Can't really read the note from down here. Okay, so we need a note and we need a key. You're too short to reach. Oh, I did not mean to push it that direction. I want to push it the other direction. I did not think... I thought I would have to take this, but I did not have to. Okay. Yes? Oh, weird. Okay. Shed key. I want this. This is the key to the shed. Yes, we should take it. House key and attic key. And what's this say? Letter addressed to Papa. Dear Tony, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing to you from Mother's home, as she required extra help regarding the pig farm. She is personally doing well and has asked you about you and Lily. Mother is especially curious about your progress on your research project. When Mother heard that you were pursuing her specialty, she was delighted to see how you would do. Please write to her and possibly send samples. I only expect to stay on the farm for the next year or so before returning to Maine. With your permission, I'd like to visit your home on the way. Thank you for your time, Vic. We're an experiment, right? We're in the middle of an experiment. Is this what it is? It's the stove. It also has an oven. Papa always told you never to use the stove by yourself. He also made you watch a VHS tape about how fires start and how they can destroy entire homes. Take the stove. Try to pull the stove with all your strength, but it seems like a 9-year-old child cannot lift a gas stove that was manufactured in 1975. Cool, okay. Couch sits with nobody on it. There's where Papa usually sits. Okay. Can I use the coat hanger to reach some things that are high up? Like the curtains? No. Okay. Hello. Okay, so now we're outside. Let's see what we got. Ooh, tire swing. Moths and other bugs love lamps. True fact that we test at home. There are no moths because of the rain. Tire swing I feel like is going to be rope because it's literal rope. There's a small puddle inside the swing from the rain. Remember that mosquitoes can lay their eggs in stagnant water, so you don't want to touch it. As useful as the actual rope might be, it's tied tightly with a bowline knot. Your small hands have no hope of untying it. Yeah, so we need something strong. Okay. What did we learn? Yellow, you lick and you get healed. Blue, is this blue? What do you think those are?
Yeah, I think that's blue.
There's a vine here. The vine is covered in sharp blue thorns. So once you remove the thorns, you're good. There's a chokehold on the tree. So we need a way to remove those. Okay. These are the red ones. The vine is covered in large red berries. You've seen birds in the area eating them. So this one, you can take the berries, but you don't want to eat the berries. Big rock. They're a common thing to find outdoors. Take the rock. It's probably going to be heavy. Take the rock. I'll come back for the rock. Let's keep exploring before we pick up the rock. Yeah, let's just keep checking out around the house before we get too far from the house. This is the source of the voice. All that can be heard now is the echoes of raindrops. If you wish to save the person trapped in the well, you'll need to construct a rope. Okay. Working on it. There's another rock. And there's a rock. Oh, okay. There's a cave entrance down the stream. The rain is causing the stream to move fast, making it too dangerous to investigate. The stream flows quickly. Well, the water only goes up to your knees. It could easily drag you under. Oh. Okay. Okay. I think I know the deal here. And here's the shed, and there's some here. Before we get too far, actually, seeing the rock out there, I just want to do this. Take. Probably going to be heavy. Yes. You took the rock. The weight of the rock slows your movement. Oh my gosh, it slows us down so much. Okay. I want to use the rock here. Here, let's... What was it? It was X. Stuff. Rock. Use. Yes. You put the rock in the water. It might help make a path across. It's the rock. Yes. I don't know where the rock went. I'm assuming. Did it not? I'm still slow. Why am I still slow? Can I use it here? Stuff. Weird. Stuff. So my rock is gone, but it didn't seem to appear. Oh, okay, now I'm gone. So now I'm fast again. So we're gonna need a bunch of rocks to make a path to that cave. I'm very fixated on this cave now. I saw a rock, I saw another rock, I'm like, oh, we need this. Okay, yes. Take the rock. Yes, take that rock. There we go. I like that we're completely ignoring the rope at this point, just because I'm fascinated by whatever's hidden in this cave now. I've lost all focus on whoever's buried in the well. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll find like a secret infinite rope in this cave. You never know, right, Matt?
Totally.
I think you're skeptical.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
What if it's like the Descent type thing where there's like monsters in the cave?
Well, then we'll have learned. We have stuff. Rock. Rock. Use rock. Yes. If you put the rock in the water, it might help make a path across. Yes. Carefully place the rock. Stream flows quickly. Look. Well, the water only goes up, it could easily drag you under. Can I take? There's nothing to take from the water. Okay. But now we have... Can I go to the cave now? There's a cave. The rain is causing the stream to move fast. Too fast to investigate. Okay, so I need more rocks, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Well, now I just really want to find the last rock. Like, we gotta finish this.
Yeah, I'm all in for...
Right, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's 3 rocks, because everything in life is rule of 3s. Ooh, hello. That's suspicious. Yeah, rock, there it is. Pretty big rock. Take that rock. Take that rock. Weight of rock slows my movement. So, here I am, just doing a slow walk back, ignoring the main quest line and just figuring out how to get to this cave.
They shouldn't have put a cave there if they wanted you to save the person in the well.
Right? Why would they tease me like that?
Exactly.
They're like, oh, there's someone that needs help in a well, or
mysterious cave.
Mysterious cave. That is actually much more interesting. I fault them, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna X stuff, rock, use. Yep, that's what I'm going for. You carefully place the rock in the water. Do I have enough now? Do I have enough? Yeah!
Nice.
Sweet. A net protects a group of small underwater plants. Oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Okay, a net. The net is made of thick fishing wire. Ooh, ooh, hello, mysterious cave. There's a worn birthday card. The front of the card has a picture of a black rabbit holding a flower. It reads, "Happy 1 year of being here." On the inside is a picture of even more black rabbits holding flowers. It reads, "Happy first birthday, Lily, July 20th, 1985. You've grown so much in just a year. Never forget that you are surrounded by people who love you. With love, Auntie Mifiu." Is that my birthday? Black rabbit, a bunch of black rabbits. So, is this my, Lily, do you have any feelings? Is that your birthday? Is that the accurate birthday? There's a knife with a strange blade. It has a wavy blade and an oily liquid on it. I'll take it. This doesn't belong to you. Yeah. Sure.
You can probably use it to cut the net.
That's what I was wondering. Although they do say the net is protected by thick fishing wire. It's wire. And it's held down by the stakes, right? So I think we need something to lift up the stakes.
There's also the tire swing that we can now cut down.
Right, well, there's also scissors.
Where's the scissors?
Up here.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a memorial for someone in a language you don't understand. Yep, I don't know enough Japanese to know that. On top of the stone is a strangely shaped hole. It's narrow. Seems to go down a little over 5 inches. Okay. It's narrow and seems to go 5 inches. I'm going to try this. A weird knife. The knife might fit into the memorial's hole. Let's try it. You slowly stab the knife with a crazy sound effect. It's a perfect fit, but you lost the knife. Oh, but now we can... The stone case is filled with a black liquid and long tangled hair. It's impossible to tell where the hair begins or ends inside. You don't know if the hair is moving on its own or if it's a trick of the rain. Black liquid and long tangled hair. I don't want to touch it because I feel like it might like suck me in.
Come on.
Yeah? Small magenta flowers are growing here. They're asters. Greek word for a star. Yeah, Matt, you want me to touch the mysterious purple liquid?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. Trimming vines, okay. So here's the scissors. I'm gonna take these. Children, large scissors don't mix. Take the shears, yes. What are these guys? Sprouts are peeking out of the soil. Thanks to the rain, these should be growing into beautiful flowers one day. Okay. All right, we'll touch it. You put your hand in the hair and pull at it. It seems to be attached to something. Seems to be attached to something. Here. Shed. So, okay, there's 15. Oh, there's 15 ropes. So we need 15 to get down to the bottom? Oh, man. Okay.
You can probably cut the hair.
That's what I was thinking. Might be able to cut this hair for a rope. Cut and take the oily hair. I worry a little bit about adding hair as a rope. I'm more curious what's underneath the hair. It's oily hair, man. It's gonna be slippery. I think we hold off for now.
Okay.
I think we can come back to it if we need to. It's right there. There's nothing, you know, it's there. Small pink flowers are growing here. Pine is allergic to peanuts. They're probably allergic to these flowers too. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff. We have the shed key. Let's use that. Hello. Ooh, hello, shed. There's a spare extension cord. Even in a storage set, having a wire like this out is a clear OSHA violation. I feel like that's going to be useful. It's thick and new looking. Yeah, sure. You take the extension cord. It's thick and new looking. It's a bag of mulch used for gardening. Too smelly. A pair of bolt cutters. You don't remember seeing Papa use these much. Okay, bolt cutters. It's a pretty heavy tool. Take the bolt cutter. Yes.
Would you say that you're fetching the bolt cutters? A reference you don't know.
What is that?
Woo! Fiona Apple put out an album called Fetch the Bolt Cutters.
Fiona
2 years
Apple
ago.
reference?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even like a classic Fiona Apple.
No, it's a Pitchfork 10. Sorry, that's the worst thing I've ever said.
What is a Pitchfork 10?
I got a 10 on Pitchfork. It's like one of the only albums to ever get a 10.
Okay.
Along with like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and...
And what is Pitchfork? Is it, can I use it as rope to climb down this well, Matt?
It's a music reviewing website.
I figured it. I figured. Great. It's a Pitchfork 10. Sorry, I'm more familiar with Fiona Apple's earlier works when I was a child.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, not really. I know that she had one song. I mean, I know she's had a lot of songs, but I remember when I watched VH1 prodigiously as a kid that I saw her very frequently in music videos. Yeah, I don't remember exactly much about it. Okay, Old Broken Weed Whacker. This broke a while ago after Papa dropped this in the river. It's really nothing more than dead weight. Okay, so we don't want that. Okay, so we've got shears. We've got bolt cutters. What was locked before? There was...
Oh. There's a padlock on the pantry.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Heavy tool for cutting through stuff. Use bolt cutters. You really aren't allowed in the pantry. Break the lock. Yeah. Lock easily snaps off. Papa can probably get a new one. Variety of canned foods are stacked. There are cans containing chicken noodle soup, chicken soup with rice, and tomato soup. Papa's favorite soup isn't here. What's this red thing? It's a large sealed bag of beef jerky. Bag is very full, but Papa always tells you that jerky is expensive. Canned foods. Beets, carrots, and snakes. A snake can is a gag gift. Cans containing tomatoes, beans, and ham. Corn, sprouts, and peaches. Wait, what's the devil's vegetable? Sorry, what was that? Sprouts are the devil's vegetable. Okay. The way I really feel. I mean, I feel like I gotta take the beef jerky. Right? Like, that seems like the only thing that's different in this room. You already took a piece. Don't get greedy. Okay. Can I push the chair into there?